Big Truck gets the loudest nigga ever, man. Nobody, man. I just came from the gym, man. I got the video processing, man. You know what I mean? Leg day. Leg day is every day for BABG. You know what I'm saying? People that got their ears to these YouTube streets, man, you know, looking out for me. So I had to do a little something. Hey, he own it proudly, man. I believe you, nigga. I believe you. Shout out Wagner. What's going on, man? What's going on with y'all? On my on my Zoe Williams, man. The dark skinned Zoe Williams out this motherfucker, man. Just hit that lick, baby. You know what I mean? Nigga put his mask on too, put the mask. Oh man. Big Truck, man, bro. I'm trying to cop my second career, bro. Yeah, man, this is a good time. You know what's crazy though? Like I said, this is like a little early because they keep pushing back the thing, right? They keep pushing back the I guess like the renters and the mortgage forbearance and all that shit, that allotment. Man, I don't think people understand what's about to happen when that shit is up. It's crazy. Just saying, man, if y'all don't got your stuff together financially, bro, um, hey man, you finna miss out. Like I said, this is gonna be huge. This is about to be a huge wealth transfer. And I'm just glad that I'm here for it. I done learned my lesson and you know, putting my spoon in as many pots as possible. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's crazy. They just approved the thing. The Senate just approved the spending bill. Pretty much, stuff is crazy, bro. Yeah, moratorium. Appreciate that, Cannon. Saying if you wasting that 1,400, you know, per person you about to get, man, you use a fool, man. But anyway, man, let's get into it, bro. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I'm gonna try to keep this one, you know, fairly short. It's Saturday. I just got finished working out and stuff. I ain't even hit the shower yet, motherfucker. So you know, appreciate y'all for coming in here. I'm gonna upload my workout video of the day after this, so make sure y'all stick around. I might premiere it. I don't know, because apparently niggas say I'm fat. Again, man, if I'm fat, I'm just saying it is what it is. But it's funny with me. But getting to the topic, I've heard it said many times in this space as to where, you know, men don't deserve happiness. You know, men shouldn't be worried about happiness, and happiness don't matter. And man, that's just some ultra ego, you know, alpha, you know, just bullshit, bro. Okay. People lose their lives, okay, and take their own lives due to a lack of happiness. Okay. Again, you know, the story of the man that had everything and yet still he hung himself or killed himself. You know, that story has went along throughout the annals of time. You know, it changed up whatever the situation may be. Big Sean, man, was very, very good up and coming rapper. I think probably about around what, the 2015 time frame, 2014, 2015 time frame. Had a wonderful debut album. Major hits. He was under the Kanye West's Good Music brand, I think. And you know, the brother was doing the thing. He was booming. You know, he was popping out here. And come to find out, man, you know, we're gonna hear it from his mouth personally. he in the process of chasing down his dream, achieving his dream, and having all of this ultra success, he still was contemplating, seriously contemplating, to the point of where he was almost about to attempt taking his life on several occasions. And this is where I guess I differ with other people, man, because I tell y'all, man, I'm being straight up with you, bro. Okay, I know. That's why I keep telling. I know you niggas, man. I know y'all because I know me, and I'm one of y'all. We ain't too different. You know what I mean? Because black men, as we always say in this space, we have a unique experience unlike anybody else, not just in this country but on the planet. Okay, so it's so many things, man, that you have to overcome, and especially being first off with your own people. The black experience is unlike any other when it comes to you know circumstances of you growing up, single parent homes, poverty, popularity, intelligence, all these different things, right? So where you pretty much fall wherever you fall where you lay, and then you either become that or you overcome that. I say again, you either become that or you overcome that. And what gets lost is the regular guys. Okay. Again, I try to stay away from the conversation because you stay on if you get into the conversation about the high value man, then you get lumped into that. But you at certain points, man, this is why I tell you, there's a reason why there's a small percentage of quote unquote high value men. There's a reason why there's a small percentage of entertainers, pro athletes, all of these things. Because again, bro, everybody can't be rich. Everybody's not gonna make it. All right. I heard the lady again on Obsidian's just right 42,000, 42,000. Listen, man, some people don't make it to make 42,000 a year. All right. And again, according to Erica Williams and BGS, I think they said somewhere around 40% of Americans were making 18K a year, man. 40% of Americans were making 18K a year. So if 40%, damn near half of the country is making 18K a year, how dare you poo-poo a dude that's tripling that almost? Okay. And you're still moving upward. This is why I tell you, man, listen, bro. People don't like me because I don't give a about what you got to say. Okay. I know who I am. I know what I am. I know my strengths. I know my weaknesses. And I put them on the motherfucking table in front of your face. If you don't like them, fuck you. Point blank, period. I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like me, fuck you. And I can say that to you either here or in real life, respectfully. If it's just like, hey man, I don't fuck with you, la la la, I don't like you. Hey man, we can keep it at whatever level you keep it at. However you want to escalate it, I can escalate to your level. But I always come humble. I always come respectful. But as a man, I know how to match aggression. Not only do I know how to match aggression, I know how to exceed aggression when necessary. And most people aren't comfortable with that because, a lot of people are used to, you know, and again, like I said, this is life experience, not just with niggas, but with, professional and all different kinds of things. So motherfuckers think, oh, you rah this. Listen, man, you don't understand. A passive motherfucker can never understand an aggressive motherfucker. Okay, two different opposite ends of the spectrum. A passive person doesn't even understand how or when to be aggressive. So your aggressiveness to them is always too much. You know what I'm saying? And again, this is one of the benefits of physical activity constantly, like playing basketball and all this other shit. Bruh, any hooper knows, bruh. Once you're playing against good competition, right? This is pickup ball, not even talking on an organized level, whatnot, what have you. But you can use organized basketball and sports to show this, bro. When you're physically involved with somebody and you're trying to overcome or dominate someone physically, physical contact, all these different things, bro. As a man, that aggression has to be there. Mental is the first part of it. The physical is a major part, but the mental, because if you show any sign of you know, timidness, passiveness, You know what I'm saying? Or you're willing to give too much, even giving too much respect, that you've already lost. But again, personality, certain people don't understand a lot of things. So they try to vilify a person that's just at a totally different spectrum than them and try to make it look bad when, again, a man is naturally aggressive. Naturally. That's what testosterone is. But I don't want to get into that whole aspect of it. This is what it is, right? But to the topic, happiness is important and it can cost you your life if you don't have it. This is how and why, man. Unfortunately, during this time of the lockdown and restrictions and all these different things in the country, you've seen a mass uptick in child abuse, domestic abuse, all of these different things because what you're restricting people and not allowing them to do the things they need to do to achieve or stay happy. Okay. As a man, bro, money's not gonna make you happy. It's gonna make you successful, but the money's not gonna make you happy. Pussy is not gonna make you happy. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel good for them, them whatever, how many seconds you got that, you know, that, you gonna feel good for them, however many seconds that is. But after that, then what? It's not gonna make you happy. All right. Now, money can make things easier. Pussy can release some stress. But ultimately, man, you have to determine and figure out what happiness is for you. Hey, make sure you guys come in here and like the video. Please like and share. Again, like y'all know, Google is on the Black Manosphere's head right now. They in every chat. Google moderating, blocking stuff it up, and all this other things, man. For you guys that do not know, we we got the attention, bro. We got everybody's attention. So please like, share the video, the stream right now, please and thank you. Okay. So what you have to do, man, is find what makes you happy. For me personally, it's motherfucking basketball, you know what I'm saying? And a long haired, thick red bone, nigga. That's that's me. That's nah, I'm never gonna be on no, I hate them. Fuck these bitches, I hate these bitches. Nah, man. Nah, man. Not me. Because I know, like I said, a woman for me is supposed to be my fucking stress reliever, not just for my motherfucking, to empty my scrotum, but to motherfucking be there to have someone to motherfucking talk to and just motherfucking chop it up with. Cause I'm not, I mean, niggas is cool and shit, but it's certain shit I'm never gonna motherfucking talk about my niggas. You know what I'm saying? You're just not supposed to, because again, that's a sign of weakness to expose to another man. And yet still, like, let me be clear, certain things you still should never ever tell a woman, because that woman, until she's proven herself, and again, it's a lifelong thing of proving, she can flip that on you and use it against you. So please keep that in mind. It's not saying, oh, this nigga with a bitches. Look, man, hey, if you don't like pussy, nigga, you want to be a monk and you just want to buy pussy and that's what you need, brother. More power to you. Good on you. Hey, do your thing, my brother. And $40 is you gonna spend that for the rest of your life and be happy? By all means, man, go right ahead. But everybody not built the same. Everybody's not the same thing. But whatever your happiness is, man, you have to discover that and pursue it and maintain it. We're always working hard as fuck. All right. Life just ain't easy, bro. Life is a job, nigga. Waking up in the morning is a job. It's a blessing. I know you Bible niggas. Calm down. I know you hate God. Ain't no God, nigga. Ain't no blessings, nigga. What blessings? Hey, respect to you. Hate God, niggas. All right. But this journey of life, bro, is extremely, extremely complex and simple at the same time. Bro, it's like they say, find a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life, right? Well, it's the same concept of once you find that happiness, whatever it may be. For me, I told y'all, man, bro. And again, this is just hypothetical. I know this isn't the case or this isn't the right framework, right? But if there's a heaven for me, there's basketball there. You feel me? I understand that's not realistic. I understand that from the concept of the Bible. But my idea of heaven would be hooping nonstop. Whenever I wanna pick that ball up, give me the best motherfucking competition in front of me, and that's that. All right. And again, that's just me saying, okay. But the most important part of that, man, even before the happiness, is, bruh, you gotta love yourself. And I know, oh, nigga, you want some love shit. Well, my nigga, whatever you want to call it, just confidence in yourself, care about yourself, or anything, bro. You have to love yourself enough to be like, hey, look here, motherfucker. And I told y'all, I've done this several times, and I've never had a problem after it. Okay, because I've seen, certain personalities and certain people that like to, um, uh, troll people, uh, and I don't like to really use the word bully, but this is really what it is. I've seen grown men get bullied by other grown ass men in this military shit, bro. Like for real. And I just sit back and I'm like, nigga, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Cause I had a motherfucker try that with me. I told y'all. And motherfuckers hate it, bro. Because I told in this military shit, right? Motherfuckers feel like, oh, because I outrank you, I can just shit on you. And that's never been me. You can motherfucker ask about me on that shit. Never. Right? And that rubs motherfuckers the wrong way because in their mind, oh, we're in the military. I rank you. What I tell you, you do. And I'm like, nah, motherfucker, nah. You can give me a fucking lawful order to do, but I'm not your motherfucking do boy, and I'm not your bitch. What you gonna do is you go handle me and talk to me like a motherfucking man. You get the fuck out my goddamn face. Oh, go tell, hoe ass nigga. Go tell. I've done that on several occasions. Yeah, go run and tell, motherfucker. Go run and tell on me like a bitch. Plenty of write-ups. But hey, record's still impeccable. Never been to mass. Never been to an official DRB. All right. So this is why I laugh at motherfuckers. Oh, you white man, this, the white man, that, the white man, this. Man, shut your dumb ass up. You know what the fuck you talking about. I keep telling y'all, bro. For the 17 years I've been doing this shit, bro, I'm a man in the military. I'm not a military man. I say that motherfucking proudly. And at the same time, motherfucking do my job and perform all of my duties and responsibility as I should. Does that mean because I'm in the motherfucking military, a motherfucker just gonna come up to me and try to treat me like some type of bitch? Nah, that's never gonna happen. And I took some losses for that because I refused to motherfucking lay it down and be somebody's hoe. But hey, again, like I tell people all the time, man, when I die and I leave here, the first thing gonna be on that motherfucker is my name. Everything else comes after that shit. And I let my family know, hey, if I leave this motherfucker, y'all better not put nothing above my goddamn name. Everything else comes under it. If you do, goddamn it, I'm haunting y'all ass for life, nigga. I'm gonna haunt your ass. You won't ever enjoy a bowl of cereal. What was that shit? Ghost? Remember when the weird motherfucker taught Patrick Swayze how to knock shit out of people's hand and shit? You won't enjoy no cereal, motherfucker. I told my sons, you won't ever be able to get no more no pussy, nigga. Ever. Fuck your life up. Don't play with me. But again, man, I'm a man first before any occupation or anything else or whatever in the fuck, right? And a lot of people, man, in discovering that man, bro, you have to achieve that love for yourself to where, look here, bro, before I get me up out of here, I get everybody else up out this motherfucker. Believe that. Promise you that. And I won't even have to go to the level where, you know what I'm saying, nobody loses their life or no shit like that. Not saying that. It's not a threat on anyone's life. But as far as to the point of where you're going to drive me crazy to take my own life, bruh, I will get every last bit of my money's worth for that ass whooping I'm going to give you before I get me up out of here. And once I make that motherfucking blanket statement and put it on the table, I don't have many problems. You might get a motherfucker that try it, but then when they try it and we get to the one-on-one, and I'm like, okay, so is this professional or is this personal? Because it's professional, this is how this should go, and we're having this conversation and blah, blah, blah. But if it's personal and we talking on some man-to-man shit, now that's gonna be totally different. And again, bro, you gotta understand within you what is worth or what is not worth. I'm not saying I'm trying to make it like I just been some Billy badass my whole career. No, I haven't. Not saying that by any means. I'm just some reckless, stupid motherfucker. No. But when it came time for me to stand on principle for me, I've done that. And like I said, I took some hits and some losses for it. But proudly, it is what it is. Don't nothing last forever, bro. And ultimately, bro, you got to have this love for yourself across the line, the way you say, hey, man, no matter how bad shit is, I'm going to figure this shit out. I'm going to make it work for me. And we going to be good. You know, a setback is a setback. You know, relationships and money and just stress in life. All these things come up, man, and no one cares, bro. I tell you, this is the ultimate thing. And this is why you have to have that confidence and that love for yourself, brother. I'm telling you, man, no one fucking cares. Once you understand that and put that shit on your back, bro, you can lift the world. Because when you know and you're used to carrying everything on your own, and it's gonna be times, bro, when it may get too heavy. And if and when it gets too heavy, reach out for help, but don't wait till the last minute. Okay. By all means, man, this is a big thing and something that we're taught here in the military a lot about, suicide prevention. Okay. Signs and things to look for. Don't ever dare somebody to do it. It's certain things and certain trainings and whatnot will happen. And it's about for y'all. If any of y'all, bro, ever, shout out to everybody that hits me up, you know what I mean? On the back end, emails, Instagram, my number, whatever, bro. If you ever, and I mean this sincerely, if you ever need somebody to talk to, man, and shit's too big or whatnot, what have you, hit me up. Anybody that's ever talked to me can tell you for sure. Ain't shit I done ever motherfucking, everything with me is confidential, bro. I'm never gonna put your business out there in the street. At the same time, I'm not saying I'm a professional. Just to the point of where what's the name, I can tell you this, hey man, it's a little too heavy for me. I suggest you do this, and this. Because last thing I want to see is a brother take his own life. Because life can be hell, man. Life is fucking heavy, man. It gets to the point of where it's super heavy. You feel me? And sometimes, man, like you said, you just need that word of encouragement. So that's why I let y'all know, man. Y'all show love. People just hit me up. Hey, man, keep doing your thing. Love your content. Love your message. Hey, I really, really appreciate that shit, man. Because it's so hard for us to come across positivity, just true, genuine positivity in life, right? That's what it is. It's crazy. So, hey, like the video, niggas. I only got 52 likes. All right, come on, like the video, please and thank you. So, a person other than yourself, man, to help you lift the whole world, nigga, can be a lifesaver. And we gonna get into Big Sean, so you can hear him actually say this himself. He had a conversation with Michael Eric Dyson about this, and I think a part of it had to do with his relationship with his woman or whatnot. But we'll get into it. We'll play this, and then we'll come back and read the article. Yeah, man. Shout out to Lando in the building, man. Wow. Wow, for real, for real? That's crazy, man. See, and that's what I'm telling you. It hits a lot closer than you think, man. Because men actually complete suicide more than women. Women have higher attempts because women don't have the. Let me frame this correctly. women don't do it in a lethal way, directly lethal. Women are more likely to pop pills or, cut themselves or things like that. Men do the shit on some, hey, we get her done. And again, that's not to, make fun of it or whatnot, what have you, but men usually use surefire methods when they actually attempt to, take their own lives, unfortunately. But let me share this screen. I don't think this is on YouTube, but however, it is fair use for the purpose of discussing the serious issues of mental health and self-love and suicide prevention and all these things. All right.
When we talk about those terms, right? Big Sean, let me start with you. You're a world recognized hip hop artist. You've sold millions and millions of records, and yet in the midst of all of that tremendous success, you have chosen publicly to speak about the necessity for mental health. What's the driving factor for your public discussion of such an extraordinary need?
It's funny how you can have a way with words, and you can be poetic or you could be lyrical and still not always get across how you feel all the way, because sometimes it takes more than a song, sometimes it takes more than an album, sometimes it takes you really spending time with yourself. And that's one of the things I was neglecting, because coming from Detroit, it's like that mentality where it's like you got to stay on you got to stay hot, you got to stay on their necks. People don't get an opportunity where we from, so it's like that was my mentality, was taking care of everybody else and trying not to look soft, or look like a bitch. You know how people tell you like, those are the stigmas that's been placed on us growing up. If you a man and you're not working hard, it's like, you getting soft, or it's like, so that was always in the back of my head. So I'm working, exhausting myself for years and years and years, and I couldn't get through the day, without feeling terrible. I was sure contemplating suicide a lot of times. And, having guns in my hands, and just really just, feeling it for real, not even trying to be dramatic, but definitely was.
What's at stake when we
A lot of times. And, having guns in my hands, and just really just, feeling it for real, not even trying to be dramatic, but definitely was just like even planning it out to the point like, hey, well, if I do kill myself, at least my family will get this amount of money. I did this already, like all these things, right? So because I just was stressed out and not happy. And I realized that, okay, I need to stop everything I'm doing and figure this out, or I'm gonna self-destruct.
My bad. Yeah. Okay. I'm good now. Shout out to my man Darian Flemings for the 499. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Geechee Dan in the building. What's up, Geechee Dan? You got it, man. And it's very important, man. Again, that you take the time out, bro, sometime and just relax. Soak everything in. You need a break, bro. You know what I'm saying? All work and no play, bro, can lead to you losing your life. Okay? If you're constantly working and you don't get to enjoy the fruits of your success and your labor, what's the point in doing it? You feel me? If you got all the money in the world, but you're not enjoying it, what's the point in doing it? It's useless. And he said that the number one thing, man, you know, bruh, you got to put yourself first because, again, listen to me in saying this. As much as I love my kids, you know, again, I kill and die for them in that order. If I don't take care of me, how can I take care of them? You know what I'm saying? How can I be there for them when they need me if I don't have the utmost fucking confidence and love and respect for myself to be there for them? And I think we get lost in that because there's so much pressure put on men in order to just produce. You hurt, produce. You're sick, produce. You don't have it, make a way, produce. And that's what we always, as men, we're expected to do. And even when you're highly, highly successful, it's like, okay, well, more, give us more. You know, oh shit, that album was hot, nigga. What's the next one? You know, oh, that single was hot, my nigga. Oh shit, what's the next one? What's the next verse? This verse got to be better than that verse and all that. And again, man, for men, it's just about, okay, we should be good now, bro. I think he might be behind in the stream. Shout out to Legends of Salmonia for the 199. We should be good. Women fake it for attention, so people can still feel sorry for them. Like yourself, love is the construct, not a real thing. What up, youngster? Hey, man, you got it, man. What was I saying? Oh yeah. You have to make yourself, man, the priority and figure out and fine tune yourself. You know what I mean? Because again, if you're doing all of these things for everybody else and you never ever have anything left for yourself, bro, once you get drained out, again, what do we know? No one cares. You know what I'm saying? Even the people that love you, they don't understand. And the people that care about you, they don't understand what it's like, man, to have, you know, 37 different fucking things going on at one time and figuring it out on your own. You know, even if when you have a wife or old lady, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot, what have you, it's still like, okay, you talking to me about it, but you ain't got to do the fucking work to make this shit work, especially when you fucking, you know, striving for greatness. That's another big part in it too, man. And that's why I say, and people really don't like confidence, pure, true confidence. They will always challenge it, right? Because they don't understand it. They just don't, because they don't have it. So you meet that motherfucker that's, you know, oh, this motherfucker think he this, he think he that. Nigga, I got to. I know I'm gonna be motherfucker. I'm that nigga. Yeah, I said it. Prove me wrong. You up for the challenge? That's that love for yourself, man. Again, when everybody against you in the motherfucking gym, nigga, everybody else, you trash, you suck, you this, you that. And this is why I fuck with this guy right here. So tough. You gotta be like, yeah, hate me, nigga. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you gotta feed off that shit. You gotta motherfucking, it's like an all you can eat buffet. Yeah, come on with more hate so I can rip your motherfucking neck out your throat, nigga. Before everybody else and make you the example because you dared challenge me. You're not cut from my cloth. I don't need nobody behind me. You know what I'm saying? I done perfected this shit as to where if it's just me, that's even better. Because the more motherfuckers I slaughter, just me, is the bigger that fucking love for myself and the motherfucking the legend of me gets. Most people don't, have that because again, that's a masculine trait. And that's another big part in issue with, not having a father in the home. Even though I think Big Sean did have his mom and dad, I think. Because he said his mom and dad were highly successful, and even his grandma. Right. So this thing, man, of where, for what he said, he didn't go to college because he bought into the music thing. He was gonna be fucking successful in the music thing. He sat back, didn't take the fucking school route, which he could have. He said he had a scholarship, full ride, could have went, but didn't because he bet on himself. And a big part of when you bet on yourself, man, nobody else is really gonna fucking, oh nigga, you ain't this, oh nigga, you ain't that. And that's nigga shit. Niggas are the ultimate motherfucking crab in the barrel. When you dare fucking be great, man. And again, especially if you weren't the guy, the early peak guy that everybody saw, when I what have you. And that's why I'm gonna get into that later, the whole late bloomer thing again. I'm gonna we're gonna do a live on that. Listen, man, it's always better to motherfucking peak late than early. That high school shit, bro. What you come to find out once you grown, bro, that high school shit is so overrated, bro. 90% of the people that were like factors in high school don't know, you don't even, bruh, not even a shell of themselves. And that's niggas and bitches. Hey, brother, appreciate you. Bucket 88, man. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Thanks for the content. Keep up the great work, fam. Hey, appreciate you, man. I try. And again, man, even more so with us because it's so difficult, right? To get, I told you that typecasting shit. Oh, nigga, you a nerd. Oh, nigga, you a lame. Oh, nigga, you po. Oh, nigga, you this. Oh, nigga, you that. Bruh, that shit can break you down. For real, man. If you don't fucking, again, bruh, there's so many times I motherfucking stood in the mirror. It's like, yeah, we that nigga. Yup. Motherfuckers just don't know it yet. But we that nigga. Yup. Don't matter. Just be patient. They too stupid to see it. That's that love and confidence you got to have in yourself, man. Because if you don't get that, once you even achieve your success, man, unfortunately, you could end up like Big Sean. Shout out to Big Sean, man, for figuring it out, though. But the last thing you ever want to go to the point of, man, where you're even at that brink of where you're thinking about, getting yourself up out of here. Because if you're thinking about it, man, you can actually, because you're a man, bro, you might act on it. So the best situation with this is prevention. To build that love for yourself and that confidence in yourself, man. That's to where, like I said, bro, nigga, I'll tear all this shit down. I'll be a bum on a street corner, live under a bridge. I'll do whatever the fuck I gotta do. Except 10 dicks a day. No 10 dicks a day, nigga. Okay. Except 10 dicks a day. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, I'll do whatever I gotta do to be out here. To survive, to live, to whatever. And if I gotta start over from scratch, all the way, everything go away, hey, I'm built for it. Gotta have that love, that confidence in yourself, man. Because we're taught, again, especially as black men, about nigga. And I heard it said in the space, and it was just so perplexing to me. And I'm like, what? Men don't deserve no happiness. Men don't need happiness. I'm like, nigga, what? What do you mean? That should be your number one goal in life, bro. You're on this earth for a certain amount of years, and you think you're gonna make it. You want to make it 70 plus some odd years of no happiness? None? You don't deserve it at all? What kind of philosophy is that? This is why they got y'all niggas, so this weed thing is about to get so big. That's escapism, man. Alcohol and drugs and all this sort of stuff. Well, that's why people, We just had the doctor. What's that doctor's name? Shout out to Darian Flemings again, man, for the $2.99. Thank you, brother. Kid Styles, I don't know. I forget, man. Several brothers have said it in this space, man. Several dudes have said it. And I just, shout out to Tony Bates, man. I was in a dark place after divorce. Finding a great girl brought me out of it. And again, man, shout out to you, brother. Frank, thank you for being transparent with that. Again, because a woman can help you out of that space, man. Good women do exist. They're one in a million chance for a lifetime. I understand that. 1 in a million, it's 1 in a million. But again, if you find her, man, and that woman can help you out of that motherfucking dark space of where, you know what I'm saying, you just down and out and all these other things, bro. What's wrong with that? It's better than fucking, turning into a junkie or turning into an alcoholic or the worst, taking your own life. So this is what I'm trying to understand. Whatever that happiness is for you, man, and sometimes even asking for help, because bro, your ego, I told you, a nigga's greatest strength and weakness at the same time is his ego, man. It is. You gotta fucking tame that ego, bro. Because again, if you don't, it'll lead you down a road, bro, and you'll put yourself in an unnecessary hole because you refuse to motherfucking ask for help when you needed it, and shit gets so bad. Let me get you up out of here, bro. I'm gonna time you out for now for saying some stupid shit. This is not the case, brother. Again, like I said, help you out. Again, man. For you niggas that have never had any type of suicide training, and I know the majority of you niggas haven't, because it's something you just don't get. McDonald's don't give suicide training. They don't give a fuck. Okay? Most of corporate America doesn't give suicide training. They don't give a fuck. That's something that we have to literally do per year in the Navy. I mean, the military, period. Not just the Navy, but in the military. So saying stupid shit like that, man, you're not being over emotional if you're thinking about suicide. You're human. You're not a robot. You can't alpha your way out of this shit. Shout out to Zero, man. All right? You can't motherfucking man your way out of being overcome emotionally. You're a person. You are a human being. You have a limit. Every man does. And it's some shit that can happen to you, man. That's just, it's like, the will to live, right? It's like when a person loses their child or something like that, or, two old people. They usually have it a lot of times for in older generations, because you had great grandmas and people that were dying, and one person would die and then soon after the other one would die, because pretty much they were keeping each other alive. You feel what I'm saying? And again, I know that's on some spiritual shit or whatnot, what have you. There's nothing scientific behind it, but the will to live, a lot of people have tried to break that down. So again, I know it's not. Shout out to G Dizzle, man. G Dizzle, bro. G Dizzle one of the funniest motherfuckers in this space, man. G Dizzle is funny as fuck, man. Y'all, I hope y'all, hey, man, if y'all not sub to G Dizzle, man, y'all be missing out, bro. Shout out to this nigga. Even though he look like a motherfucking Puerto Rican and shit. This nigga claimed me he had black and half white. I believe that nigga speaking Spanish. But this nigga funny as fuck, man. Shout out to D Dizzle. Hey, Primetime VA. See, Primetime, they don't know, man. Like I said, bro, hey, y'all, bro, that's why I keep telling y'all, bro. Y'all niggas, like, y'all think y'all think this military shit is just useless or whatnot and working for the white man. Listen, man, hey, say what you want, nigga. Y'all I ain't gonna keep telling you niggas. But anyway, man, listen. Every person has their limits, man. All right. And it's gonna come a time, bro, when I tell you, back for me, and this wasn't even a suicidal position for me, right? I told y'all in 2011, when the child support shit happened with me, right, bro, I had a chance to lose, bro. To lose everything. Everything. A lot, and bro, thank God for all you brothers. I hope you never ever have to experience it. I hope you never have to go through that when it's a chance of you're literally see it. You see it before your eyes of your whole life being destroyed. And that shit changes you, man. It does, because you never expected this shit. bruh, I went from, you know, in the military, got my career going, to this person that, you know, I had kids with, whatnot, what have you. We were supposed to be cool. Everything was fine. We were friends, all this type shit. And simply because I chose to like officially move on to the next level in my life with my, you know, ex now, but my wife, you know, this person made their business to destroy me from my career, calling my job and lying on me, my money, where I could have lost my house, my cars, everything, trying to destroy me financially. I had a baby on the way, trying to figure out ways and juggle this and juggle that for to keep the motherfucker. Like, bruh, this taking all this money, man, just for the strength of off the strength of hurt feelings. I think she gave a fuck. She didn't care. You know, putting my baby at risk because, you know, me and the, you know, the old lady going through it while she pregnant because of all this stress on me. You know, that shit right there, bro. Kid, I see, bro. The motherfucker went through that. I can understand why they think about it, but no, because I'm me. You know what I did? I took it as a challenge. I said, "Oh, bitch, this is what we doing? Oh, you gonna fuck my life over, huh? You think you gonna fuck my life over, huh? You just gonna fuck all my shit up? You gonna take my shit? You gonna make me lose everything, bitch? I bet you I won't. That's why I'm telling you, man. I love me, bitch. If it's I love me. Hey, put anybody in front of me. I take the bet. I got everything on me. I like me over anybody, and they don't give a fuck. What's good? And that's the approach I took, and that's how I motherfucking got through that shit, man. Shout out to my man David Johnson, the asshole in the building, man. Yeah, hey, exactly. See this is why I fuck with David Johnson, man. Listen, Fastman said I like and love me. Exactly. If nobody else, that's it, bro. You come into this world alone, man. You got this. You gotta grasp on that shit. You gotta understand that, man. If it's you versus the world, nigga, hey, let's power up, nigga. Let's do it. Even if I can't win, I'm gonna find a way to win. Every scalp I take, motherfucker, is a win for me. For you get me up out of here. That's the way I look at it. And I guarantee you, I got a fucking 100 scalp minimum. If I make it to 100, if I don't do anything other than 100, I can't die yet. I can't die before 100 of y'all niggas go before me. And it's crazy to everybody else because this nigga's insane. Shout out to Christopher Daly, man. My Thai Swedish ex did that to me. Yeah, man. Listen, bro, and appreciate you. Hey, appreciate you guys again, man, being transparent. Again, bro, this space to talk about this shit about all you niggas do is what's. Hey, shout out to motherfucking King Sigma in the building, man. Hey, man, yeah, what good is the money, bro, if you can't enjoy it? Shout out to Great Britain in the building. Yeah, fuck somebody else liking me, nigga. I love me, nigga. What? That's why I be like, oh, I don't like this. Okay, man, nigga, you a nigga. What the fuck I give a fuck about you liking me or not, nigga? Fuck out of here. But I told y'all, man, I said some shit to when I was at work one day, and I was like, hey, man, y'all know me. I said there's a whole bunch of white motherfuckers. You know, like there ain't many black dudes in the fucking military. So I was the only black dude in the shop. I said, man, y'all know me, man. So I'm the motherfucker that walk up in a motherfucking clan meeting and damn to say nigga. Look at him. What? Who? Sir, what are you doing? Yeah, okay. Continue. Well, you better get it. Who? Get out of here, what? That's me, nigga. That's me. Walk at a clan meeting. Dare you to say it. Well, this Negro. Yeah. Yeah, nigga. All right. Continue. That's just the way I look at it, man. And when you get that motherfucking level of love, respect, confidence in yourself, bro, hey, you gonna win. Even if you don't got a lot of money. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Listen, man, the money is really not the answer. Money is part of the goal. That's the part. More money makes it easier for you to be happy. All right? Money makes it easier for you to be happy, but money don't make happiness. All right? It can give you an easier road to happiness, but bruh, it's plenty of niggas that's motherfucking happy as fuck, broke. Y'all know these niggas we be talking about, these homosexuals, them niggas happy as hell. They got a place to stay. They got in-house pussy, unlimited motherfucking Xbox and PlayStation, all the motherfucking fruit roll-ups, hot Cheetos, SpaghettiOs they can eat, free gas, and they can drive around the bitch car all day, smoke weed, get high. What's a better life than that? No responsibility, you got to work no job. You think them niggas miserable? No, they happy as shit. And they're not even successful. They still happy. Broke as fuck. Still happy. Why? What they got to worry about? I told y'all, Virginia Beach. Anybody ever been to Virginia Beach, bro? They got fucking bums. Bro, every time I go, especially in the summertime, them motherfuckers drunk and happy as shit. I had one of them try to offer me a drink, and I was like, hell no, nigga. Y'all ain't finna Cardi P me, nigga. Oh yeah, man. You want a shot? You want a shot, brother? Would you like a shot, man? Get his wallet. Take his chain. Those shoes are nice too. Take his shoes. Hey man, y'all robbing this man. No, we're just making him more comfortable. Yeah, we're just making him comfortable. We're all pals here, man. Don't worry about it. Roastmaster 1, hey man, am I wrong? I'm just saying, I'm on the outside looking in. I told y'all, bro, the worst thing you can be is a responsible, you know what I'm saying, fucking man, bro. That's like torture, really. To be a responsible motherfucker out here, a responsible man, bro, you're not appreciated. Especially if you're like a regular guy. Even if you're highly successful, you're not a celebrity or an athlete or some shit. You know how many millionaires walk around here and motherfuckers don't know it? You know what I'm saying? Plenty of motherfuckers, millionaires, nobody has any idea. Shout out to a red pill dealer. I know some ninjas who unemployed, happy as fuck. Exactly, I bet they is. We're just holding on to this for him so nobody else comes along and rob him. Hey, sorry to Cannon. Again, man, sometimes you gotta do that. For your don't be, oh nigga, you weak as hell. Oh nigga, you pussy. Oh nigga, you this. Oh nigga, you that. Man, you can literally save somebody's life by just listening to them, vent. Cause trust me, nigga, if it's that bad, well, nigga comes to you to say something about it, bro, it's really bad. Nigga, so much shit I'm gonna take to the grave with me. I'm never gonna ever discuss with a soul. Times I was hurt, times I was betrayed, times I was like, fuck this shit. I quit. A whole bunch of shit, brother. I never have and never will tell a soul. You know what I feel me? You feel me? So again, man, when a brother comes to you, man, all right, or sister for that matter, or one person, if a person comes to you enough, bro, but especially somebody that look like us, nigga, you got this, you in the club, my nigga, bro, don't push them away. I heard several dudes say that shit too, man, as to where, somebody's reaching out and they're like, oh man, I was like, nigga, it ain't that serious, nigga. It ain't this, that, other. And then, a few days later, they find out that man's done took his life. And they haunted with that shit, bro. They haunted with it because they shunned them at the wrong time. You downplayed a person, bro, when they was at the point of where they just needed anybody to listen to them, man. And a lot of times, man, that's all it is, bro. Because you got so much shit pent up inside, my nigga. When you mad, bro, it's not been points that like, bro, the nigga that just stopped in the car and just hollered. Just hollered, nigga. I'm talking motherfucking Teddy P and damn, not what's the daddy Levert? What's the daddy Levert name? Not Gerald Levert. What's Gerald Levert daddy name? Help me out. What's Gerald Levert? What's the daddy Levert name? Eddie, yeah, Eddie Levert. Eddie Levert and goddamn Teddy Pendergrass, nigga, just hollering, straight hollering. Hollering Kings, nigga. But that's sometimes, man, that's some shit you gotta do, bro, to get that shit out. You need that motherfucking physical release, some way, shape, form, or fashion. Shoot that ball, hit that heavy bag, scream, holler, cry, whatever the fuck you gotta do, man. You know, just by yourself. But no matter what the fuck it is, bro, hey, you gotta keep on pushing, baby. It ain't never that bad, man. It's never that bad where you gotta get yourself up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And whatever the situation is that you're dealing with, bro, before you let it get you to that point, just let it go. Niggas go broke every day, B. Niggas lose a bitch every day, B. People get in fucked up situations, get fired or whatever the fuck every day, B. It's never that bad, people. That's the one thing I can tell a motherfucker, man. Because again, a lot of shit I tell y'all for fucking what's name, bruh, my nigga, is it 10 dicks a day bad? 10 dicks a day bad, my nigga? And again, just a little comedy or something, you know, can help somebody, man. Just that, you know, something. Go grab a motherfucking drink, you know, go get on some hoes, go to the club, anything. Hit the motherfucking, you know, play 2K, something. Just have a conversation with the nigga, whatever, bro. Take that time out, man. You can save a motherfucker's life. You could be that bridge they need to get over the bullshit. And most importantly, bro, you know, happiness, my nigga. Find it, define it, find it, and keep it for yourself, for life. Get y'all up in here, bro. Shout out to David Johnson again, man. I've already accepted that people are gonna hate you no matter what you do, good or bad. Yep. So why even worry about it? Just be the best you. Exactly, man. Fuck them. Fuck the people that don't need you. What's the name, man? Yeah, that too, man. Like I said, especially that's why I said that's another big part of being a loner. You get used to being by yourself. You got to be comfortable being by yourself too. That's another big thing I would say, man. Get comfortable being by yourself. Find happiness in being, you know, alone. Find something you can do alone on your own that you don't need nobody else. Not a woman, not a man, nothing. Just something that you by yourself. That we're like, hey, you put the motherfucking the music on, get you a glass or whatever it is you like to sip on. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, and just relax, just chill, soak everything in, man, and reward yourself. Pat your nigga be your ultimate own fucking fan, bro. Pat yourself on the back for the accomplishment. Let me say this, and I'm gonna let y'all get in here. So today, right? I saw this cat that was my first when I was in the barracks. He was my roommate in the barracks, right? And this dude was just weird. He was a cat that was from I think he was from Harlem. He's from Harlem. So, you know, back then, this was like 04 or whatever. So diplomats and shit was hot. So this nigga was like Cameron Jr. He was rocking pink this and pink that and blah, blah, blah. You know, this niggas, you know. So this is nigga I told y'all, you know, back in the day we had the fucking the flip up DVDs and shit. He came through there, and like I am, he didn't have no car, no ride. So if he need to go somewhere, I was like, hey man, just let me know, hit me up. You know, I got a car, I got the whip, no Crown Vic, of course. I'll take you wherever you need to go, and you know, it is what it is. So like this bro was like, this dude was like one of the lamest niggas in history, bro. Yeah, you Harlem niggas gotta hold his L. So for one, bro, one of these days he took me, he's like, yeah, man, I met this bad bitch and this, that, and the other, la. Nigga, twos and fews and foes and below. She was horrible. Nigga's terrible. Horrible, nigga, terrible. So you know, we lived on base, so you know, we had to go get her. And the bitch was so ugly, man. I just played the most disrespectful shit in my CD player I could play. I was playing nothing but motherfucking Project Pad and Lil Jon, the East Side Boys, this bitch, that hoe, suck this, all this other. She was that ugly, y'all. I was like, God damn, nigga. But anyway, and then so he took her to the room or whatever, not what have you. And I was like, all right, yeah, man, you need a ride or whatever the fuck to come, you know, because you go out to take the bitch back off base. Just hit me up, let me know. When I tell you, I went in that shit and it smelled like motherfucking Star Kissed. This bitch here, bro, it smelled like a whole motherfucking factory, nigga. This is not no exaggeration. So I'm like, Jesus, like, nigga, what the hell, nigga, is you making tuna in here? What the fuck are you doing, nigga? You making sashimi, my nigga? What are you doing in here? Yeah, man, you know, I had to do my thing. And this nigga was proud. He was like this nasty, ugly ass, like, bitch. And I'm like, she smells horrible. Just fuck the whole room up. So, then I told you I moved around my room and I told him, because I started dealing with my baby moms, but I still kept my room. And I told, hey man, if you want to use something, whatever the fuck while I'm here, like it don't matter. You just get the shit or whatever. And again, we had like the personal DVD players, right? So, bruh, how about one day I come in the fucking in the room, you know, just to get some shit or whatever the fuck, and this nigga's doing the mad scramble. And I'm like, the fuck? And I'm like, oh no, man, this nigga's in here with the Jergens, nigga. This nigga is in here with the Jergens and using my DVD player. Let's just say that was the last time he used my motherfucking DVD player. So I see this dude today in the gym, and me and him look at each other. We have eye contact, but he didn't say shit. And I know why he didn't say shit, because he's a fat fuck. He's bald, and you know, he was just like so. So again, man. I know y'all don't fuck with God. I know y'all don't. But I said, you know what? Thank you, Jesus. I said, thank you, Lord. Because this thing, me and him is the same. I think he's actually younger than me. This nigga got no hair. He fat as fuck. He's still trying to do the same shit he was doing, messing with some fucking horrible bitch that's just terrible and trying to show her how to work out when this nigga is a fat fuck. Not in shape, nothing, this shit, none of this, whatever fuck. And I'm like, man, this nigga had changed it all. And then, you know, I'm looking at me versus him, and I'm just like, damn, man. Thank God, bro. Hey, thank God for that ball and these weights. But nigga, applaud yourself, my nigga. Celebrate yourself. Pop a bottle for yourself. Go motherfucking Fogo de Chao or Texas de Brazil or goddamn whatever for yourself. By yourself. Celebrate you so you can appreciate the shit you accomplished, man. Because when you look around you, man, especially like I said, you hit that tier of being a high value man, my nigga. You ain't got to let nobody know it. You know it, and that's all that matters. Shout out to my man, Great Britain again, man. The life is peak and valleys. People forget when they are all the way up. There was a time you was down. People forget when they were all the way down. It will go up one day. Peaks and valleys, and most definitely, bro. It ain't never that bad, bro. Most definitely, you can always motherfucking overcome and get back on top. Remember that shit, bro. That shit ain't over with. As long as you living, bro, you got a chance to win. That's the attitude you got to have in this motherfucker. Shout out to my man Roscoe. Appreciate you, Roscoe. Great stream. Hey, I greatly appreciate you, bro. On the 8-1 day ones. We got two powerhouses in here. We got my man King Sigma. We got David Johnson in the building. Go ahead, King Sigma, brother. Go ahead.
You said that they were smelling like old fish scales up in there, huh?
Nigga, horrible.
That's
horrible.
Disgusting. But
yeah, man.
You know, listening to you talk about the situation with Big Sean, man, you know what it reminded me of right off jump was the interview with Tupac. So for those who have not seen it, you should look up the interview of Tupac when he was like 17 or 18 years old. And he was talking about the real him, his true identity versus what he created, thug life, right? And when you look at Big Sean's situation, he was a square. You know, he was an honor student, man.
Yep.
You know, full ride. Parents came from the military and all that. They were high ranking. So he had a path that he could have taken that was more true to himself. But I understand he was thinking about the money first. I mean, but you talking about a guy that was ready to take his life, who's worth over 26 million. He's in the prime of his life, but even still, he still said he was sitting there in the car with the Glock 17 ready to let loose because he saw the dark side of the Hollywood game. And you find out that, yeah, it's great to be popular, no doubt about it. But you know what the worst feeling is? Is to be in a room full of thousands of people and still feel like you're all alone. Yep. And you hear this a lot with a lot of celebrity types, man, because on the outside, you're looking at their life and you're like, man, they got everything. He got money, he got the bitches, he's on TV, he got everything that you would want, you would think on the outside, but on the inside, man, they probably don't got one true friend in the world. Because again, to be talking about blowing your head off with a Glock 17, you got to really feel like you don't have one friend in the world. And it also shows how your relationship with your family, for some reason, it must have changed because you saw it with Kobe and his family. A lot of times, someone like a Big Sean or a Kobe, your family changes when you become successful. They no longer become emotionally dependable for you, and they just become someone trying to consume you like you're an ATM. But I'll let David get his opening statement in. We'll come back to it.
Man, salute to you, bro. Salute Fanto. Salute to Sigma. I salute both of you, bro. You dudes are two of my favorite. And this is a great topic. Y'all, if you notice, I tend to, try to chime in the topics that I feel are powerful and that are impactful. A lot of the conversations we have, and I know we got to keep having them, that's life. And a lot of times conversations we've already conquered, sometimes I'll stay out of, but this is a great conversation, bro, because just personally, like when I've been doing everything myself since 13. And I know a lot of people tend to think, I'm voiceful as hell now due to this very topic of just watching, being nice, trying to do the right thing. You grow up and you talk, this is how things are. So you believe that. And a lot of these ideas are great ideas. So you grow up and you start doing these ideas. And as you grow and you see your people, your family and your friends or just human beings start to do things for you, do things against you or do things that doesn't go along with what you were raised or what people taught you, that's where you usually get that rage moment. And make no mistake, when I was going through that rage moment, I contemplated suicide. You know what I mean? Because you're looking like, goddamn, I ain't never did nothing but try to help everybody. And I'm not talking about like I was genuinely a good person. I am now. I'm just now I talk that shit and I fight. I learn. God taught me. I know niggas like to, I guess, like Fantastic say, people don't like to talk about God. God showed me that I had to fight. Like, no, like you think you could just be sweet and nice. Like I said, I was passive. Life made me start being voiceful. Life made me, because I noticed as long as I was quiet, people didn't treat me right. They treated me shitty, but it was all good. I noticed they didn't change the treatment. It's just when I started talking, then I became the bad guy. I said, let me get this right. You fuck me over and I'm quiet. That's cool. You fuck me over and I say something, now I'm the problem. And I know, and if you notice, anybody who defends themselves is a problem, especially men. Now you'll see when we have conversations like this where we want to talk about being vulnerable, we're shunned by by women and some men. And then the moment we come off crazy and out of control and and we do that, then all of a sudden we overbearing. It's like they constantly try to play you and we can. At the end of the day, especially black men, we can't really be human. And it's weird. And when the process of you can't be human, I can't just have an open conversation with you without you having some type of ulterior motive or you trying to size me up to play me, that shit becomes a problem. This is why I always tell people we need therapy, because at the end of the day, even if it's just yourself, you do need somebody to talk to about certain shit. Like you were saying earlier, Mr. Fantastic, about your wife. Your wife is supposed to be your best buddy. That's another thing. People around here acting like your wife isn't supposed to be your best friend. Like, this chick is supposed to be my best buddy. I'm not saying she can take the place of a man, but at the end of the day, she's supposed to be my best buddy. And if you look at everything, like I said, everything is out of order. And I ain't gonna keep going because I got a lot on my mind. I'm gonna build off of y'all. But I just wanted to say that again, bro, you do have to like yourself. Like for me, that's what it came down to. Because like let me say this, everybody I helped, I bullshit you not, man. Damn near everybody I helped fucked over me. I said, goddamn. So then you look around and you are like Sigma just said, you do just become something they use. It goes from you growing up, you think it's love. Then as you get older and you start to see more, you learn more reality, you like, they're just using me. And you find out that most people are just using it. And then even to that, I don't even have a problem with being used, but reciprocate it or show some type of compassion or show some type of love. Like if you've noticed, we can't even, black men especially, we can't even use words like compassion, love, concern. Now, these are things everybody else gets to use, everybody else gets to throw on the table. But when we start talking that, we're looked at as weak, we're looked at as soft, we're looked at as crying.
Yep, all nigga you soft, all nigga you pussy, all nigga you hoe. Oh yeah, man, exactly. Can't be human, bro. You can't be human as a black man. You gotta be this ultra motherfucking superhero nigga that don't ever want to take none of the credit. Don't ever want to say, like you said, man, hey, I saved that motherfucker. I saved that motherfucker. I saved that motherfucker. Y'all gonna shit on me. And then when you do say it because like nobody's acknowledged, it's like, well, oh, nigga, you bragging. You just know, nigga. What the fuck? I done helped all you niggas. I ain't never asked for shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, David, like you said, man, it's crazy when you are genuinely a good fucking person. You know what I mean? You really look out for niggas, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. And motherfuckers turn it into that, and then you start saying, man, nah, fuck that, nigga. I see how you're gonna play it. Because once you understand, bro, the whole world is quid pro quo, bro. You know what I mean? But a lot of niggas don't want to give shit, they just want to get.
You know
what I'm saying?
You know what brings what you guys are saying really back into the beginning is because think about it. Almost 80% of all suicides are men. And it's because of the reason that you both are talking about. Because men are told that you're supposed to endure anything. You're supposed to endure abuse. You're supposed to endure this misandry. And you're never supposed to be the person that stands up for yourself. And that's why men, they keep so much inside that, again, it's 8 out of 10 people that commit suicide are men. And that's the reason that they don't take it as seriously. Because it's mostly men offing themselves, and society has become this place where men are expendable.
Expendable, disposable, and you're only thing you are supposed to be as a man is a fucking walking
utility
bank.
A utility.
A fucking bank. That's it.
Right.
So I was gonna ask you guys, have you ever heard of Professor Alan Kruger of Princeton?
No, I'm not.
I haven't heard of him.
All of you should know who he is, man. This guy to me is like a perfect example of what you're talking about. So Professor Alan Kruger, he was one of the top, he was ranked by Time Magazine as one of the top 50 economists for a long time. He offed himself 2 years ago. Now, no one really talked about it, but this guy worked under Obama. He was at Princeton. He was considered one of the top economists in U.S. history, right? Had a wife, had 2 kids. He was, one of those people that they cite in all the journals. And here was the irony of his situation. He's most famous because he did a study on happiness and money, which relates to what Mr. Fantastic is talking about, this question of, does money make you happy? He and his team, they found out that the number is $75,000 per year plus 3% every year moving forward. So what he found out is that no matter how much money you made over 75,000, your happiness plateaued at that number. And he was famous for that. And then almost a couple years later, he ends up committing suicide, proving his own thesis that it's not money that makes you happiness, but poverty won't make you happy either. There's a point financially that you get to where you had 75,000, then you get 100,000, you get 400,000, whatever, but your happiness does not go up with each incremental 10,000. It just doesn't.
Yep.
Right.
Correct.
And that's something you have to build, man, like you said, from childhood, man. And this is why I say a lot of niggas always laugh and joke. Oh, you're not talking to no this. You're not talking to no young people. And again, man, it's not really made for it because a lot of these concepts, these dudes don't even, they're not even gonna come to in any time soon. What it's for is for niggas our age, man, brothers our age to reach out and be those mentors, be those teachers, be those positive influences, and explain this to them because there's a lot of nuance to it. You know what I'm saying? And be there as much as you possibly can. Not telling you to be a stepdad, not telling you to, do none of this shit, but whatnot, what have you. But when you see a young fella, man, that is, willing to be taught, you know what I'm saying? And willing to learn and all these other things, bro. This is what we're doing. We're doing what, again, the generation before us didn't do for us. You know what I'm saying? And we're trying to correct this shit. Because, bro, like I said, I know what it's like, bro, just growing up as a teenager with nobody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? No, can't talk to nobody at home because your parent got their shit going on or what have you. And like you said, especially you, King Sigma, the mental health aspect of it is where the Black community has no understanding of mental health. It doesn't even exist. The concept of mental health, mental health doesn't even exist in the Black community. So like I told you guys, man, I had a conversation with my mom to the point where she broke down and cried, and she apologized. She was like, "Baby, I didn't even understand it at the time, but I was going through deep depression." And now me understanding, psychology and all these other things, and look on the outside looking in as a 30-some-year-old versus a fucking 14, 15-year-old, like, damn, she was right. Everything that was going on through her life at that time, whatnot, what have you. And the disconnect that me and her had, because my mom, I'm the oldest, I'm her baby, still call me the baby to this day. But it was like I reached a certain point where me and my mom, bro, was just distant. And all we did was we bumped heads. It was, it was like the worst combination of her being depressed and going through what she's going through with her things. And then me, going through puberty, and not just going through puberty, but hitting a motherfucking growth spurt, and we being poor, and I can't get the clothes I want and need and all these other things. And, so it was just like the worst possible situation. But yet it's still, like you said, I built that fucking confidence in myself regardless, man. Fuck me being having fucked up gear or whack shoes or whatever the fuck it is. Like, nigga, I'm here. It is what it is. And that's something that, we got to encourage these young fellas to build, in their childhood, man, in their adolescence. But let me get the Cyber Lions in the building, man. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How everybody doing today?
You got it, bro.
Hey, Dave Johnson, what's going on?
What up, bro?
Always got to
we got to talk. We got to talk. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, but real quick, I need you to I need your email to exchange.
I put it in the back chat. Okay, you got to go ahead.
Appreciate it. So now, thanks, Fantastic, for letting me up and everybody. Hey, King Sigmund, all the gents are here. I saw the subject, and yeah, I think y'all guys are on actually a very good topic. It's especially important, the success part. I've been trying to talk to a lot of brothers about that, especially regarding me and my experiences. I think I shared with Fantastic, I shared with Brother Chaos and a couple other brothers, my success statically, with regard to financial investments and just taking advantage of opportunities and stuff like that, and the happiness or the perceived happiness that comes with that. And I think I really haven't made it a secret, even to the disapproval or to the disbelief of some, that, I made over a couple $1 million with investments off a couple, 200,000. And they like, well, why are you on YouTube? And it's just like, I'm a regular person like everybody else, who likes to have camaraderie and like to kick it with other people. But, to be honest, within YouTube, I think this is a very specific subject, that a special subject that Fantastic has on a menu for today, because a lot of people in social media, they perceive that if you have any type of money, anything over 500,000 or close to $1 million, there's this automatic assumption that your life, and as speaking as a Black man, they automatically assume that your life is like what we see in the music videos and what we see in a hip hop video or on TV or in other parts of social media. And they assume also, because you're Black, if you have enough money, you have like Rolls Royces, and you buying big houses, and you're going everywhere, and you're just spending money on jewels and tangible items. And that's not really the case. And it's just like, even though financially there's some ducats in the bank, what I found is that I actually spend more time reflecting on situations and things that I came out of, and I actually spend more time reflecting on what could go wrong, not necessarily having some success, but what can go wrong with me making certain types of mistake at the level I am. And I want to use a small analogy. People know I used to gamble. I like to play the casino, the craps. And when you don't know anything about craps, and you walk up to the table, a lot of things go your way. You might find some luck, a lot of success. You might make a lot of chips, a lot of money. And what I found out as time went on, as years going on, when I was gambling and becoming what I thought as a professional craps player, I found out the more that I knew about the game, the more dangerous I could make, the more dangerous my mistakes could be, and the more knowledge I had about the game and what could potentially go wrong, I actually had a lot of anxiety. And so I
Good
think,
point.
you know, with great success, people outside of that bubble of perceived success, and it doesn't have to be financial, but it could just be success. People outside that bubble perceive happiness. They perceive that you got what you want. All the while on the inside of that bubble, yeah, you're happy, but it isn't the happiness that people on the outside of that bubble think that you have. It's more so some reliefs from just being a regular, everyday human being who has anxieties, who has fears, who gets upset, who gets angry, who feels insecure. And I think that's a big thing that you guys said. You know, humans, it's like men, we're not allowed to have human feelings. We're not allowed.
Right.
It's wrong now to feel insecure. That's a natural human emotion, and you can't turn the
Right.
switch on or off on it sometimes. You know, so just that's my little piece. But no, I think what you guys are talking about is really worth its weight in gold. And you know, success is cool, but just having a bunch of money really doesn't make you happy. It makes you feel good, but feeling good and being happy are two entirely different things. And I think we have to be keen. People have to be keen to the difference between the two.
Shout out to Steph. It's cold in the building, man. Appreciate you coming through, bro.
What up, Steph?
Yeah, no doubt. That's some good talk, man. I just wonder if it was females that were offering themselves as 80% of the suicides, how society will react in comparison. That's what I'm very curious of. And then with this COVID, we don't even have the recent numbers. You know, they were saying that there were more suicides during COVID than in the previous year. So what's going to be interesting to see what that suicide rate numbers look like when those numbers under COVID come out, because this was probably the most alienated time of most people's lives. I know me, I lost one of my closest relatives during COVID, and I didn't even get to go to his funeral. And this is someone that was one of my closest relatives, and the kind of like pain that caused me. So I can only imagine what kind of pain and depression a lot of people have been going through under these last 12 months of lockdown.
Yeah, man, and like you said, not only that, like you said, bro, it was so many things that you were just restricted from doing. You know, things that literally not only help you with stress relievers, but you know, just making your life better. You know, physical activity, gyms, you know, working out, other activities, even you know, going out socially. You know, where if the business is closed and you can't go out and have a drink with your buddy, you can't go out and watch the game. You can't do any of these things. You're restricted to your house, man. Again, just the stresses everything for it, man. And I knew it, man. Steph is Cole always come through, blessing, showing love, brother. Greatly appreciate your stuff, man. Appreciate your stuff. Always, man, for the 100 ball, bro. Appreciate you. And it's just crazy, man. It's crazy when you go and shout out to Cyber Lion. Listen, man, when you reach this level of you know perceived success, right, or actual financial success. And especially here in America or just worldwide, every success is matched with finances. People automatically assume, oh, this nigga a millionaire, man. He happy as shit. And lo and behold, like you see, man, it's millionaires that's getting themselves up out of here. A lot of the times, like you said, just extremely intelligent brothers, extremely influential brothers, and all these different things, man. And like you said, man, that doesn't protect you. No amount of money, no amount of intellect. It's all about you, giving a damn about you, man, and loving you, and motherfucking appreciating fucking you, and being happy with you. That shit is priceless, bro. People go their whole life without motherfucking looking. That's why you know what I'm saying. As much shit, and I know here, you know, in the red pill space and whatnot, what have you, and you know, watching out for the ways of women and being understandable and knowledgeable of it. That don't mean, bro, you just go out here and you try to no pussy, no what's the name. Nah, bro, work it out to your thing and go in and understanding the risk behind it. But you know, if and when that's what's going to make you happy, you can get some happiness for that situation. I'm not saying make her your happiness. Don't do that at all. You never get to the case where you have someone else, that a person that's your happiness. because that person becomes your happiness. This was a big part of what Big Sean was talking about, because he had a real big attachment to with Janae Aiko or whatever it is, them breaking up and things. That was a major part of his depression. When they was going through the thing and back and forth and whatnot, what have you. He made someone else his happiness, so much to the point of where what you gonna do if that person leaves you? Right now, what do you have? So again, man, that's why that self-love, that self-happiness, that self-appreciation, all these things are majorly important. Shout out to Probably Thought Serious for the 2. Appreciate you, brother. And Black Curls, this is on you. Go ahead.
All right, what's up, guys? Panel.
You got it, man.
I actually appreciated what King Sigma said about when it affects men more in particular, especially with like suicide rates and also like the lack of empathy we get, because I remember seeing like there was an argument between like both genders about how women and men comparison in prison visits, when we're like, oh, we get less visits and we have, disproportionately suicide from those prison rates. Then some guy pulled up the articles like, nope, men get less visits from prison, and because they get less visits, they have much higher suicide rate. But women completely shut up and just dropped the conversation and went to argue about something else. I'm like, wow, they really do not give a fuck.
Nah, women are selfish by nature, man. Again, shout out to the brothers that was in shout out to Young Swift and you, Black Curls. I saw you guys saying this with the Wise Will TCP conversation. Women aren't resilient, man. Women are just opportunistic, and they can they're never challenged. Women aren't challenged.
Fantastic.
Go ahead. You got it.
They're extremely opportunistic. Like I said earlier to Will TCP, when their men get conquered or defeated or annihilated, they go assimilate right into the other tribes of the other men that defeated their men.
Yeah, it's either
no loyalty.
Listen, bro.
Their children from themselves.
Yeah, listen, bro. It's either lose your head or give some head. What you think she gonna do? That's how it got down back in the days. Like for real, in the days of fucking Genghis Khan and fucking Alexander the Great and all this shit and whatnot, what have you, Julius Caesar. It's like, hey, bitch, look here. You got two options. Either you gonna stand by your man and he's up there on that pike, motherfucking dead as hell with that motherfucking spike coming out his mouth. You can be up there with him, or you can be down on your knees in front of me. What you gonna do?
Genghis Khan, didn't they say he had like millions of? He's responsible for the millions of families today. So we know what.
I just recently learned that too, bro. They said like Genghis Khan, bro, was like slaying, not just slaying niggas. He was slaying so many of these hoes, bro. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, he was running through them hoes.
Yeah, bro, like for real, nigga. Wilt Chamberlain ain't got shit on him, nigga. Like Genghis Khan did not fuck around.
That dude was not Genghis Khan. When I read that, I was just thinking to myself, like, this guy went to a village and he said that like every woman for a different day. That was his rule. You know what I'm saying? That was his rule.
Yeah.
Every woman for every day and multiple women. I mean, I was like, wow.
Yeah, man. Niggas don't even know what to do with that kind of motherfucking pussy power nowadays, bro. Y'all niggas like for real.
Their testosterone too low, man. Genghis Khan, they testosterone levels were through the roof compared to men in
nowadays, niggas don't. We don't get into that segment. That's a whole other thing. But yeah, man. Black Curls is going back to what you were saying. Listen, man. Women are the ultimate opportunists. Again, we're not gonna turn to the whole women aspect of it. Really keep them out of it. But you have to keep that understood. This is why it's the most important thing of knowing, bro. If you make a woman your happiness, she don't give a fuck when she will leave you, knowing that. She will leave you and don't care. She will leave you and go on to the next motherfucker, and she don't care if you lose your life. Again, great example right now. With Dr. Dre, right? This woman put this man through so much stress, and they say aneurysm is part of fucking doing what motherfucking. This dude fucking had a brain aneurysm, bro. Part of that shit is motherfucking stress and going through. You think his wife gave a fuck? No, she kept doubling down, and she wanted to take advantage of that. While the man was in the motherfucking hospital trying to help him. There was no sympathy. So again, man, you have to understand that when you're dealing with these fucking women, man, women are opportunists and they're just fucking like selfish as fuck by nature. Like you said, they don't give a fuck about losing a kid because what? They could just have another one with another man. Right. They got the fucking option of fucking and I had this conversation with several women. I'm like, hey man, if me and you were drowned in or whatnot, and I got a chance to save the kid or save you, I'm saving the kid.
Women get mad when you say that.
Yeah. What you mean? What you mean? You don't love me? Like, nah. That's my motherfucking bloodline. What the fuck you talking about?
It's I can't. Bloodline too.
I'll never get another one of them. And that's we together. Like we got kids together. This is both of our child together. I'm not talking like somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Kid from a baby mama. I'm talking about our child. Why the fuck? What the fuck? So you want me to let our kid die over you? Well, we can make no kids. I'm like, you dirty bitch.
Yep.
Hey, this is what my wife. But again, this is conversation I have with other women. Setting up the scenario. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what?
Because society teaches them entitlement, and they are like, if you look at it, they are truly entitled, bro. That's all it comes down to.
It's just them being in their nation. It's feminism shit, man.
You're right.
We got that coming this week too, man. We got a major fucking thing coming on. Feminism. Make sure y'all pull up on me next week, man. Like, bro, this shit is just. But we doing major work out here, man. In the ministry. I hope y'all know. That's why these motherfucking Google moderators in this bitch deep as fuck trying to motherfucking shadow ban motherfuckers. So again, make sure y'all like this shit, goddamn it. Like and share.
Like the stream, goddamn it.
Go, bro. Truth is on you, brother. Go. Appreciate you for being patient, man.
Hey, what's good, Mr. Fantastic? What's happening, man? It's a damn good show topic, my niggas. For real.
Appreciate you.
Speaking, it's coming from a brother that actually deal with this shit. Transitioning out of the army. I had many a dark days, bro. And it's typically during a transitory period of a man's life where there is an avalanche of emotions that have not been dealt with, and it basically just pours down out of nowhere. For instance, for me, it was just my deployments. When you active duty, you got so much shit going on, you don't have time to think about shit like that, right? It's every day something you're doing something. But when you make that transition out to the civilian world, not only do you have to transition, your mindset from a soldier to a civilian, you also have to transition, just your day to day, right? Like I didn't know what the fuck to do with myself at all. Like it was like I'm so used to doing a set routine, and next thing you know, that's gone. And I'm out here in the wilderness for real. And that type of shift, bro, if you're not prepared for it, if you're not building yourself on a day-to-day basis, that's why I'm such a proponent of meditation, such a proponent of stoicism, because that type of practice basically keeps you in the mindset of being a rock in all conditions. You know what I mean? Not to be on some I'm a robot type shit, no, it's about
fortification.
Fortification. It's about being that large stone in that river of emotions. That rock, that large stone in that river of emotions, or that mountain that river flows to, is not going anywhere. However, that water still is touching that stone or that mountain. You know what I mean? It's not influencing that rock. However, you are still experiencing it. And it took me a while to actually get to that point, bro. Just going through talking to other veterans and group therapy and whatnot, bro. Because I've been in Dick Sean's position before, in the car with the motherfucking pistol, bro, ready to go out, saying fuck it,
right.
But it wasn't for the grace of God. I know you God hate niggas out there. You know what I mean? But the grace of God, man, and the strength and will of my father, bro, like that shit right there, man, like, praise to the Almighty, like real talk, you know what I mean? For real. Oh. But I implore brothers, man, like get their hormonal levels checked. That is another thing, man. Like a lot of brothers out here, a lot of people that have mental issues, it stems from a hormonal imbalance. I didn't know this shit until I watched the Joe Rogan interview, bro, and they were talking about how a lot of veterans were offering themselves, and they had all kind of PTSD issues, and a majority of it stemmed from a hormonal imbalance. The chemicals in your brain basically dictates how you think and how you feel on a day-to-day basis. If you have a chemical imbalance, your hormonal imbalance in your body and in your brain, then that's going to affect you. So get your hormonal levels checked. Get outside on a daily basis. See the sun every day. Meditate. And when I say meditate, I don't mean some woo-woo bullshit. Fucking Tina Turner type shit. All it takes is for you to have the ability to just clear your mind, no phone, no nothing, and just sit in silence and try to just clear everything and just be with yourself. That has worked wonders for me, bro. I typically do it at the end of the day. And shit, right before I go to sleep, bro, I just, clear my mind and just sit and think, bro. And another big thing that I also did was actually make hypnotic tapes for myself, bro. Like just me, encouraging myself and listening to that shit. Like real talk. These are things that brothers don't really have, education on, like at all, bro. Like I had to really drag myself out of a deep hole. Not to say that I'm a fucking perfect now, by all means. I mean, again, it is a roller coaster ride. There's going to be peaks and valleys, but you have to engineer tools and techniques in your life that's going to keep you on the road to success. And just one more point in regards to the statement that you said in regards to brothers being happy. I just want to add a caveat to that. You know what I mean? I don't think men should have happiness as their main goal because it's a fleeting emotion, right?
Yeah.
If you want to be happy will have you doing this stupid shit that you can be happy, right? Smoking crack. You can be happy going out and just drinking every day. That makes you happy. However, it is destroying you day by day.
Well, let me say this. Let me make sure. And I'm glad you said it so I can get the proper context.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not talking about temporary satisfaction or instant gratification. Like you said, I'm saying the same thing you're talking about. Where you get to the place of more so. Shout out to David Johnson, what he was saying, and me and him had this understanding. And a lot of brothers do. That ultimate level of confidence and just self-love. You know what I'm saying? If you have that in yourself, contentment with yourself and being satisfied with yourself, that's happiness. That's something that no matter if the whole world's against you and you own your own, you by yourself, you're good. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes,
and again,
got you. Hey, thanks for clarifying, bro. Thanks for clarifying. Yeah. I totally agree with you on that, bro. Straight up.
And shout out to you, man. Again, I appreciate every brother that was in the chat that was, hey, man, I know this is very, very, because especially here, you put yourself out there and niggas, make jokes about and try to shame you over some real traumatic shit. So again, man, this shows the maturity level you brothers and confidence you guys have in me. I don't take that for granted. I greatly, greatly appreciate it, man. And hoe ass niggas out here that are, oh nigga, you this, oh nigga, you that. Your daddy tried to kill you, nigga. Ha 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 ha. These stupid ass lame ass niggas. It's stupid motherfuckers. But again, when you have that confidence in yourself, whatnot, what have you, you're not worried about it because motherfuckers are stupid for one. They lame as fuck, and they just mad because they will never be as successful as you are. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, man, this thing right here, bro. When we talk about the happiness aspect of it, is keeping yourself maintained to be just functional, you know what I'm saying? And in a good mood, no matter what, at your lowest, deepest times. And we all gonna come to that point. You know what I mean? Right. We all gonna come to that point. And hopefully it's not that bad as to where, it's really bad. But when you fortify yourself, you use a perfect analogy, bro, Truth, that mountain, right? That mountain or that big ass rock in the middle of the river. The river is fucking going and crashing up against it, but it will never ever move that mountain, that rock. You know what I'm saying? It will always motherfucking be around it. It can be completely and totally engulfed to the point of where the tide rises and it's completely going over it, right? But eventually what? The tide will subside and that rock still go fucking be there. Once you fortify yourself like that in confidence, man, and contentment with yourself, bro, that's that happiness we're talking about, and you're gonna be okay. Another great point you made too, bro, Truth, is let me meet you up, man. You got some feedback. Another great point you made too, bro, Truth, is listen, man. Understand, and this is my personal thing, and you can't black pill this. Or let me just make sure this is not from a black pill perspective. Nothing lasts forever, whether it be good or bad. Okay, the bad times ain't gonna last forever. The good times ain't gonna last forever. And the best approach to take for it is when the bad shit is happening. Is like, okay, well, shit, we built for this shit, nigga. It'll be over in a little bit. And when the good shit happens, like, hell yeah, nigga, I'm gonna enjoy the fuck out of this shit. I'm gonna motherfucking put this in my motherfucking memory bank. And hey, I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts because I know it ain't gonna be for forever. You see what I'm saying?
And wait, fantastic. Let me interject right quick. And the The Bible says when you're in bad, and this is to all the brothers out here, when you're in bad times, think of the good times, the good time memories that will get you through those bad times. Think of all the good things that made you feel good, and that'll bring your spirit up, and that'll help you get through it.
Well, he's talking about internal versus external too. When Fantastic was talking about happiness, my take on it was that he was talking about internal happiness versus external too. And external would be everything, literally everything outside of your own inner thoughts, your own bodily health. And I think that's what's important, because again, if you study like Madison Avenue, they talk about their understanding of like crowd control, mob, moving mobs and things like that. And they talk a lot about how they use insecurity against individuals, and then they use it in a collective way to get you to move like a herd. So the less that you likely that you are to be moved in that way, the more healthy you are and happy with your internal, your internal voice and your bodily health, man.
And that's why I totally recommend that brothers actually look into the subconscious manipulation of themselves.
Yeah, facts.
Like, for real, because you are being subjected to subconscious conditioning on a daily from the world. You have to recognize that you are a subconscious being. You are mostly a subconscious being. Your conscious thought are directly result of your subconscious, your animal brain that you don't even, or you're not even aware of.
Yeah.
And once you make that recognition, man, and you actually learn how to engage it and learn that whatever you say to yourself will affect your thought process. That's why I never talk down to myself. And if I even catch myself doing it, I'll literally say out loud, no, I didn't mean that. You know what I mean? If I even have an inkling of a negative thought, I'm always trying to revert that, because again, everything starts in the mind. Everything starts in that subconscious mind, and then it flows out from there. If you plant that seed, that toxic ass seed is going to bring nothing but negativity in your life, and the reverse is true as well.
Shout out to Daryl the second for the 5. My father had a messy transition out of the military after 26 years. He's been better since then, and a different man than before. Appreciate you, brother, for sharing. Shout out to Joey Crack for the $4.99. You niggas still hadn't liked this motherfucker. I got less likes.
The video.
Like the goddamn video and share it. I know you niggas shared it yet. Share the shit.
Well, you talk to yourself the most.
Yeah, this is a great conversation that we're having, man. Brothers are being, very transparent and being open with their own personal experiences. Again, bro, this is powerful right here, for real. So, if there's ever been a stream that you're gonna like, all right, we ain't talking about no hoes, we ain't talking about no bitches, we talking about man shit over here. We're talking about men, motherfucking building themselves to the point where they can find and maintain happiness. Okay, not just on the fucking temporary level, but lifelong, bro. As to where they can find a purpose in themselves and life and confidence, where they can't be motherfucking compromised. Shout out to Bro Truth, man. Great words, brother, of experience and wisdom. And we got the Dealer in the building, man. Go ahead, brother. It's on you.
Salute to the panel. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah.
Man, first and foremost, man, I think a lot of brothers don't even know what happiness is. We live by this westernized ideology of happiness equals materialism, and guys try to fill that void with material items. They think that equates to success, and this guy's still following these blueprints that, hey, go to school, get a career, get a wife, have some kids. Hey, that's my life. That's how it's supposed to be. That's what a lot of guys still live by, that instead of finding their own path. You know what I mean? And a lot of men are living with the burden of trying to achieve for other people, because those who came before you have failed and they want you to achieve. So you have that burden on you. So you may take a path that may not fit your needs or fit what you want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? Like first generation college students. My parents were poor, they worked hard, so I'm going to go to college and get a degree in engineering, even though I want to be a rapper. And just because I can't let them down. You know what I'm saying? That's additional stress, man. Black men in America have the lowest life expectancy. Stress is killing a lot of motherfuckers. Having emotions bottled up. We're conditioned from birth to suppress our emotions. You understand? Right. Especially coming up in single mother households. Boy, don't you cry. Don't you cry. Girls cry. Bitches cry. I remember my grandfather telling me that. a man telling me that a boy ain't supposed to cry. We're only human. You understand? And when you get out here in these streets and interact with other brothers, they ain't nothing but emotional beings. These guys are everything but the opposite of being insensitive. A lot of these guys have nothing but emotions, and you see it by the way these guys move, how they act, who they are. You know what I mean? Because they never had a chance to let these emotions out. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these guys, man, they fucked up. You know, and that's the problem in Black community, man. Mental health is real, man. Emotional health, man. Niggas gotta take care of themselves, man. And I ain't come on here to talk about emotions, but it ain't nothing wrong to cry. No, you shouldn't be crying every fucking day. But it ain't nothing wrong to cry, man. It ain't nothing wrong to have brotherhood. That's so important. Brotherhood is very important, man. It's nothing wrong to vent to another man. These niggas venting to women. You understand? Women will never understand your position in life because they don't know what it's like to be a man. You understand?
And the
they're the
majority
worst
of the time,
at that,
they'll use they'll use whatever weakness that you expose against
Exactly.
you.
That's
For
why I
real.
said that. Be extremely careful. Shout out to the Red Pill Dealers, man. Hey, I see a lot of new people in here. Shout out to the new people. If you're new, make sure you like, share, subscribe, please. Really appreciate all the new people that's coming through. But listen, man, Red Pill Dealer said the most important part, man. Listen, bro. That's why I made sure I brought this up earlier. Be careful, okay? Again, never ever really expose yourself in that moment of weakness, especially to a woman. Just like Bro Truth said, bro, she'll take that most vulnerable point in your moment and act like she was there for you then. But as soon as you guys fall out or she moves on, she'll throw that same exact shit back in your face. And that could bring you back to that area or that moment of extreme fucking depression, weakness, or whatever.
Yeah, that's
On
true.
social media, man. She probably blast your ass on Instagram.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Yeah, man. Yo,
Yeah,
that culture right there needs to be extinguished. So somehow over the last 5 years, we've created this culture online where people's pain and misery is put on blast for the whole world to see in a malicious way to destroy people. But then the same people will complain about empathy. But yeah, we promote this kind of behavior. Like I remember the first time I ever saw, like on Facebook, someone talking about their breakup, right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, that's a private issue. Why are you doing like 2-3 pages on everything that happened on Facebook to the public when that should actually be a conversation that you should have privately with the party you're angry with, maybe like a psychologist, but they just were venting online. And ever since that day, it's just gotten worse and worse on social media now, man.
You know what gets me?
It's that mass. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, you know what gets me, King Sigma? They will complain and say, mind your own business, but they posted their BS on a public platform.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, their whole motherfucking life, nigga. They don't post every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? They motherfucking third grade report card, they grocery list, they motherfucking what they ate last Wednesday, and then as soon as you got something to say about the shit, oh nigga, mind your business. Bitch, what?
You know what it is? Like it's a need for the feeling of alienation in 2021 is the greatest it's ever been, at least in my life that I've ever seen. And it seems like a lot of studies and evidence back it up that even though we have this social media, even though we have an expression in the public forum, people are more alienated from genuine, compassionate relationships in their real life than at ever before. That's why you get these people calling up and they're telling strangers their deepest secrets, but at no time are they putting in the work to go seek out a professional or to actually repair and extend their relationships in real life, because they're looking for someone to give them like a answer to a question that is really complicated, but they're looking for a simple answer, and they think that their online relationships can replace legitimate real world relationships. I'm sorry, but they can't.
It's about that immediate validation, bro. It's about.
Can I make an observation? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So it's interesting, this particular subject. So I want to give you guys like a time capsule, a small time capsule, right? So I think the reason people do that is just my observation over experience of time, is that if you ever remember being in a relationship, and I think everybody's been in this point where you get into it with your significant other, and sometimes the significant other, that battle gets like really hot, really nasty, and if you're like me, maybe not, maybe so. There have been often times where it's very hard to get through to a significant other, and so you have a good relationship with the parents, right? Everybody has a good relationship with parents on both sides, and you say, I don't really have any other recourse. This battle where we are is so hot. Maybe if I can speak to the parents to kind of talk some sense into this, because I don't want this to blow up. So you reach out to the parents, or they reach out to your parents, or you reach out to someone who you think can talk sense into this person. And it's more so kind of like, it can be used in good situations, but it also can be used in manipulative situations where you have some type of feeling that you have someone on your side, maybe because you might be right in that situation. And so I want to relate that to the capsule I'm mentioning. It's a bad chick, man, from my neighborhood a long time ago. She was bad, cold-blooded. I grew up right next door to her, and I wanted to actually be with her. Could have. Was no reason I could not have been for some other shit. Fast forward many years later, she's still a very desirable chick. However, I noticed that her sense of validation, even though she gets tons of it every day in real life, she put a preference and a priority on the attention that she got from men through Facebook. And so she, I went to visit her in my hometown one time, and I went to see her, whatever, caught up with her finally. And she was giving me the situation about a military guy. I guess she had a like for her, but the guy had like these behavioral problems. He had some things that was going on. Nothing against him being in the military, but he had like some severe issues. And so, as opposed to all of the good people that she had around her, all of the good choices of other men, military included, that she had around her in real time, in the real world, I observed her. She literally went right back online, right back on Facebook. And like the brother said, she dumped all of her business and information in the online virtual space to be consumed and whatever. And essentially what she did was whatever feedback that she got from, other female friends or whatever in the virtual space, as opposed to the conventional healing and sensible wisdom that she got in real time from talking on the phone or from talking face to face, she put that as a much lower priority, and she put a much higher priority on the virtual mentionings, the virtual suggestions, and she acted on them. And in the end, it turned out to be a major catastrophe, major. People advised her in real time. I advised her in real time. This isn't the best idea. If it walks like a duck, looks like a duck, it probably is a duck. And if you smell a bad odor, it means bad shit. And she understood it and nodded her head in real time. But guess what? She went back into that virtual world where she got tons of attention, tons of praise, tons of likes. Baby, you thick. Damn, you cold. Whoopty whoopty this, whoopty whoopty that. And she put that as a super high level priority, and she acted on it, and it did not work out in her favor. And so I think, what the brother before me was saying, what I gathered from that is that, it's that validation that people get in the virtual sense, in terms of I've got 50,000 people who agree with me for this snapshot moment in time, and I'm going to act on it.
In the great words of Sir Project Pat, don't save her. She don't want to
be saved. No, she does not
save her.
She does.
And let me say this.
Bitch lose a foot, man. Like you didn't get down to the brass tacks of it, man. Like that story was long as fuck. I'm waiting on like what was the end outcome? Did you lose? For real, did you bitch fall off a cliff? What the fuck happened?
No, she's still there, and she's still in a loop. I call it a social media, a virtual loop, where now all the potential in the world that she has, all the beauty she still has, she's on a virtual hamster wheel and she can't do anything with it because she can't act or move from all of the virtual interactions that she has. So
she got too much virtual dick coming to her. She confused. She don't know what.
There
what
you
to
go.
do.
There you go.
Whether it's the dick from Facebook, the dick from MySpace, the dick from Black Planet, the dick from Instagram.
There you go.
She got
There you
got
go.
niggas sending her telegraph dick, motherfucking
There you go.
carrier pigeon dick. She dickmatized, man. That's what it is. That's
Hey,
what's going on.
let me get Big Truck in here, man. Go ahead, Big Truck.
Well, I'm just sitting back listening, and by the way, good afternoon, everybody. And I'm just sitting back listening. And my thing is, it's like, somebody said these women are seeking this validation online. And I do think it's kind of funny how people will post all of their shit online. And the thing about it is they expect nobody to say anything negative about it. That's my favorite part, because chances are it's like mostly, the women are not going to say anything negative, but the men are going to opine and they're going to just come right at your throat, So my thing is, it's like, if you don't like it, just don't put your shit online, unless you're ready to accept the criticism.
Right.
Yeah.
And let me say this real quick. Back to the bros. One of the reasons.
Let me shout out Wesley real quick. Shout out to the shout out to Kill Deuce for the $5 cash out, brother. Greatly appreciate you. Shout out to my man Mac for the $10 cash out, brother. Greatly appreciate you, man. Go ahead, David.
Okay, what I would say is first, true contentment comes from within. I would say from God, but God makes sure you have to be happy with yourself. And even like coming back to the bros, as they always, I remember there was a song by one of the guys from the Loonies, Yuck Mouth. He had a song called "The Sad Millionaire," which, if you listen to the song, it explains all the money didn't fix all the problems. And there's another saying where they say, "Heavy is the head that wears the crown." You know what I mean? And when you think about that term, a lot of people never really understand that term because it looks all good on the outside, but you have no type of clue what he's dealing with internally. And I wanted to come back to this is one of the reasons why I love the Black Manosphere, and not only because we're ahead of most of the world, but the Black Manosphere is probably the only one true place I know that's this popular that is actually therapy for Black men. Like I said, again, you'd be surprised how much of a stress reliever it is just being able to talk about what's on your mind, good, bad, logical, insane, just being able to voice it. And as I say, as you notice, everywhere we're taught to be quiet unless we're saying what another group of either women, another race, we can only talk as long as it's something that other people that are not Black men agree with, benefit from. The moment we start talking about things that affect us, the moment we start talking about anything that's happening to us, then all of a sudden everybody wants us to be silent. So this is another reason why the manosphere is attacked. So, because if you think about it, all we're doing here is just voicing opinions, logical stats. We're just voicing all that. Why are we such a threat? And if you notice, we don't really go and attack any other sectors. Of course, we talk about it because that's what we're doing. We're talking about interaction. But if you notice, the manosphere isn't out on flagging campaigns. The manosphere isn't out on slander. The manosphere isn't talking about the same person for 20, 30 days straight. But if you notice, but we're attacked like that. That's how I know we have the truth.
That's called progress, though. But that's how you know that you're making a progress, though, because the old saying from Gandhi is at first they ignore you, then they fight you, then you win. That's actually considered a sign of progress because, again, when I came into this space 2 years ago, it was still mostly ignored and it was starting to grow. But I just noticed, like in the last year during COVID, it really more exploded into like the national discussion. And now you're
accelerated it.
Yeah, you got like a lot of stalkers in this space. We're gonna expose the manosphere type guys. You got a lot of people talking about the space because they keep thinking that it's an actual place. They keep thinking it's an actual person, when in reality, it's just random Black men taking control of their own narrative. That's what I keep trying to tell people is that they want what they want to do. They want to create this idea of crowding everyone in so they can attack what they think is a real space and get rid of people. What they don't understand is that it's way bigger than any one content creator, 10 channels. it's really about the technology, and it's about black men having freedom to express themselves the way they want. So they think, oh, we're going to tar and feather, quote unquote, the manosphere. But guess what? Let's say that you succeed and Google knocks the manosphere off of all the platforms, which I find funny because how can you expose a space that's on a public platform on one of the largest platforms in world history? Google and YouTube are
I'd like to
the
add something,
biggest
Simba.
platforms in world history. So the idea, we're going to expose what these dudes are saying. Guess what? It's just going to mean that black men will just go somewhere else, but their talking points are going to be the same as long as the conditions remain the same. So what they want to do, they believe, well, we're going to kill this messenger, that messenger, and the problem's going to go away. No, it's not. It's not going
anywhere. Well, that's always been the problem with a martyr. If you kill the person at the top, then it's just going to encourage other people to rise up. But you know, that thing that you were saying about people trying to silence you, I think it was Dick Gregory. Somebody said, "Well, why do black men talk so loud?" He said, "So you hear me." Now, everybody pretty much knows that I'm a relatively quiet person. And the reason why is because, so anyway,
only quiet when that light on is like Krispy Kreme, my nigga. That's the only time you quiet.
My thing is like when I want to be quiet, that's one thing, but nobody quiets me down. It's just that simple. And whether I am making somebody uncomfortable or whatever, if I have a reason to get loud, I'm getting loud, and that's it.
Well,
I subscribe that brothers speak out when they have something to say of substance.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Real talk. Like, cause I know a lot of loudmouth ass Negroes, but they're not saying a goddamn thing.
That's a possibility, but some of them may be
not a shot at you. It's not a shot at you. It's not a shot at you at all, Big Truck. Even though you be saying some stupid shit at times.
I never said anything stupid. Everything I said was factual and logical.
Hey, man, I ain't finna get
bro. True.
Hold on.
Shots fired, nigga. Shots fired, man. You still can get this work on the suicide screen, nigga.
Not today, nigga.
Still get this work.
Not today, right? Not today, fellas.
Not today.
But not real talk though, man. Like, I totally agree, man. We've been silent for so long, my nigga. Like, we are just at the edge of this shit. We at the motherfucking infancy of this shit. Where the black man is reclaiming his voice in the world.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, can I add to what King said?
Hold on. I'm gonna get to you. I know you want to go next. Shout out to man business for the 14.99. Great conversation, brother. I salute you all with the crown, man. Man first, most definitely, man. Shout out to GMB, man. Make sure you guys. I know everybody's out. You better be fucking subscribed to motherfucking GMB. If you ain't, nigga, you fucking up. You tripping with no feet, nigga. Shout out to our business too for $2 again. Thank you, brother. From Broke 5 Vote DMV chapter. Great time. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, shout out to my man Rebel Zoe, man. My man Rebel Zoe just got his job. I think he said with Pilot, man. Congratulations to that brother making moves, man. Proving himself and all these other things, man. Shout out to motherfucking Rebel Zoe in the building, man. Appreciate you, brother. And who it was on Black Curls. What do you want to say, brother? Go ahead. It's on.
Yeah, because Sigma actually had a good point about the manosphere not just being one black man, because that's the advantage of the manosphere. It's spread out. So whenever there was a movement started by black men and there was one central leader, as soon as they snapped down the leader, the movement stopped. But manosphere is spread out everywhere. You can't stop it. And if you keep mentioning it, it's going to keep growing stronger.
Yeah, they called it the Streisand effect. They've actually been studying that. They've come to find out that as social media platforms censor certain groups that have a lot of grassroots support, they drive them underground, but it actually expands the group and the message even further. So they kind of caught up. That's why Google and YouTube is kind of caught in a little paradox, because even though they're trying to suppress these kind of voices, the demand for those voices sometimes are greater than the kind of content that they approve of. So what do you do in this situation? Because again, the Streisand effect says that the more that you suppress highly desired conversation, the more it's going to spread and actually kill the platform that's trying to censor it long term. So they're not going to win. They're going to lose.
Well, they're actually promoting us.
Well, that's another big thing too that you guys are bringing up, man. Again, they, of course, what they always try to do is make one black man, all black men. And again, man, we've proved it in this space several times over that, brother. You have different brothers that bring different things, different age brackets, different regions, different cultures, different life experiences, different expertise. All these things, man, it's nothing the same. But the one thing that's in common is this shit right here, nigga. This shit right here. That again, no other man on the fucking planet has ever had to motherfucking deal with, and again, have this understanding of what we go through, bro, on a day-to-day basis. And like, especially we come together for a topic like this, man, and get it out here and really be like, hey, man, it's okay, nigga, to motherfucking get mad, nigga. It's okay to cry if you got to motherfucking cry. Whatever the fuck you got to do to keep living, my nigga. Whatever you got to do to motherfucking get that confidence, that love, that happiness in yourself without anybody else's motherfucking, attachment to it. You know what I'm saying? And you keep, that keeps you powering through the sexual thing, because everybody just think, bro, the success is never ending, my nigga. Yeah, I don't think people even understand that success. You don't say, "Hey, I'm successful." That's it. Nah, nigga. If you want to, you gotta stay successful. You know what I'm saying? Right. How many brothers we done seen, and especially with us black dudes, right? Those are the number one examples of MC Hammer. What happened to him? Shit. Mike Tyson had it just got a resurgence. What AI, Allen Iverson, all of these great, black Jack Johnson, like all these historical black men in the history of this country, bro, as to where they reached the pinnacle, but they had these horrible fucking falls back down to mortality, man. These were gods amongst men, figuratively, of course, you know what I'm saying, but and they had these horrible decisions they made, or whether it be financial or personal, whatever the hell it was, and now they're just regulated to a memory, if that. So yeah, man, success is a never-ending motherfucking process, bro. You gotta have that motherfucking that confidence, that resilience, that belief in yourself, that happiness, bro, to be like, hey, man, I'm gonna make it in this shit. I'm gonna keep making it, and I'm gonna keep, you know what I'm saying, even it's to the point where it's just maintenance, right? Because everybody has a ceiling. You know what I'm saying? There's a ceiling for everybody. Even fucking Robert F. Smith, nigga got a ceiling, bro. It's a ceiling.
You see what trouble he found himself in? It was who is that cat? John McAfee. Did you hear about him?
Now, who's that?
The Jack, the
John
security.
McAfee. Can I say this one? John McAfee
for the computer game.
Wait. Let me get in on this one. John McAfee was.
Hold on. You cut me off, bro. Right, I was asking Mr. Fan if you heard of John McAfee.
I never heard.
I was gonna tell
you. The guy that created the computer security software and hardware stuff, right?
McAfee antivirus.
Now I don't know if he's a billionaire, but he's definitely, big time guy. But he just got caught up in a SEC
cryptocurrency Ponzi scheme, and he's facing 100 years in prison.
Damn, bro. Go ahead, bro. You got it, man. Damn, I couldn't even get it out. Go, you got it, man.
Okay, yeah, okay. No, I couldn't wait. No, the reason why I'm so excited about this one is because
let the nigga finish his thought. He the one brought up the goddamn topic.
Just go with it, bro.
Nigga, man, come in here.
Big Truck's wheelhouse. He got it. Go ahead, Big Truck. Go ahead.
I'm fucking with him, man. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, well, okay, thank you. So as I was saying, he's the guy who came up with the McAfee antivirus. And the reason why I was so excited by him was because as many times I mentioned cryptocurrency being used for money laundering and as a Ponzi scheme, and I got shouted down last time about it, but now I think it's becoming more realistic. This motherfucker, he, in like December 2017 and 18, he and his executive advisor, this guy named Watson, right? Jimmy Gale Watson, they encouraged people on Twitter to invest in cryptocurrencies like Verge, Redcoin, Dogecoin, and this other bullshit, right? So then they sold off their shares as soon as the prices rose. So what do you call that automatically? What's it called? Where's Ramil?
Pump and dump. It's called a pump and dump.
Pump and dump. That's
pump and dump, fellas.
So this motherfucker pump and dump these goddamn Ponzi schemes. Guess what? This motherfucker is facing 100 years in prison. By the time he gets out, I'm gonna be living on Babylon 5. Fuck him.
All right. So now that the brother got it out, the reason that I was bringing it up was because Mr. Fantastic was pointing to the fact that there has to be a ceiling, bro.
Yes.
John McAfee at his peak was worth 100 million at least, right? But yet still, here he finds himself in a situation where this pump and dump scheme could get him like 10, 15 years in prison or something. And he's a man that's over 70. So my point is that when you go back to our original conversation with Big Sean, the Alan Kruger thing, happiness versus money, bro, you better make sure that you're not just looking at the cost of things to impress people, but you're looking at the value that you individually get out of it. So, okay, you want a 600 Benz? I'm going to be the first person to tell you, if it brings you absolute value, and every day that you drive in that vehicle, every day you making that car note payment, it gives you 100% satisfaction, get that Benz. Because I believe you. But make sure that you, when you're doing things, when you talk about materialism and consumption, make sure that you're doing it because you legitimately want to do it and you place a high value on it. Because again, John McAfee, $100 million plus net worth. He didn't have no reason even, if you got 100 million, why do I even care about crypto?
Because you're trying to make 200 million by doing a pump and dump.
Exactly. But that's my point. So at what point do you say, yo, I've reached the number. I ain't never got to worry about rent. I don't never got to worry about food. I don't never got to worry about having a good outfit.
Let me ask you a question, King Sigma. Let me ask you a question. What is your personal number to just say fuck it and just walk away? Because I'll tell you right now, mine is 10 million.
I'd say mine is about 5 million based on because I've thought about it. For me, it's about 5 million because
5
again,
million. There you
I'm
go.
more
Hey,
philosophical.
Bro Truth, what's your personal number, Bro Truth? What's your personal
5
number?
million.
Bro Truth, turn on your mic. What's your personal number? Get your head out of them Dominican titties. Turn on your mic. Let's go. Jesus Christ.
Trucking that.
But nah, man. And again, hey, King Sigma brings up a great point. Again, man, you have to have that point of where am I going to? Oh, shout out to Cyberlion. This is a great alley-oop from Cyberlion, right? What he said earlier, bro. A lot of motherfuckers get on that hot streak on that motherfucking craps table or on the blackjack table or wherever, right? And they don't know when to quit. You got to have a fucking walk away number. You got to be like, hey, I made this much, or even more important, nigga, I lost this much. I need to stop. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times, man, like you say, you get so caught up in being successful or having the money or having whatever it may be, right? That more is not always better, man. Again, everything in moderation, nigga, even success, because you get shout out to motherfucking Spiritual Logic. Shout out to motherfucking Spiritual Logic. As always, timely, bro.
What up, Hawk?
Greed without wisdom is destructive. Shout out to motherfucking Spiritual.
Yeah,
And again,
Can I catch that oop when you're done?
you got it, bro. Hey, you got it, baby. It's on you.
So thanks for the oop. So let me say this, because I think Big Truck makes a beautiful point.
Thank you.
Let me tell you what the other end of that is when you walk away, right? And I'm gonna tie it back to my personal situation and where I am in life. So my personal number for me to answer Big Truck's question, number one, it's about 7 million. 7 million. However, that 7 million, whatever that personal number is, I tend to look at that like a garden, right? In order to have something to eat and live off of, you have to constantly take care of that garden, not necessarily make the garden any bigger, because that garden's big enough to feed you and sustain you for the rest of your life. So for me, it's 7 million. But let me say this, the feeling that you have when you do reach that number or that goal from walking away from the table, everybody who plays craps or who's listening, they understand the number 2 and the number 12, or midnight and snake eyes on the craps table. And so just briefly, there was a point in time where I was hot, right? When I was building the wealth that allowed me to hustle on top of that wealth and hustle on top of that. Everybody's hip to $500 on midnight or $1,000 high-low, right? Anybody who plays craps knows what that means. It means 500 each on a 12 or a 2. And if you hit that 12 or a 2, it's times 30. It's basically 15 grand on the spot. So if a 12 or a 2 hit with a $500, $1,000 high-low, you automatically get an instant 15 grand. Instant, no questions asked. Hey, go to chips, people looking, heart beating out the chest, whatever. So I had achieved my goal one day, right? Where I walked in the casino with maybe 3 bands. I said, fuck it. Walk up to the table. And usually when I would walk up to the table, my goal was like, just fuck my feelings, $500 high-low, $1,000 high-low. Let me get a $500 12. No matter who was rolling the dice, walk up, get in, $500 2, $500 12. So I threw that shit on the table and I hit, right? The 12 came, it was like 12. And people was like, oh my God, he just got 15,000. And I met my goal. I was good, right? 15 bands in less than 10 seconds.
Well,
I took the money. So I took the money, and when I went to the cage to cash in my chips to leave, that feeling on the inside was like, if you go back and just level up another 5,000, you'll feel better. And I had to literally fight myself tooth and nail not to go back to the table after just taking $500, winning 15,000 instantly, and walking away. And the feeling I felt some type of guilt that I was it wasn't good enough, when in actuality it really was. And so I think it's important to talk about the feeling you have, the feelings we have when you meet the goal, but greed or whatever that other feeling is pulling you back.
Over certainty. Well, let me just say this. Let me just say this. I personally do not go to casinos, but I've been to them a couple of times with friends or whatever. What I'll do is I'll walk in with a preset amount of money, and it's like, okay, this money I basically just thrown away no matter what happens. I don't care if it's $100 and I walk in there and hit jackpot on the first $10, because that's happened to me. Like, I'll go in there in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I'm not spending a dime more than $100, right? And sure enough, you'll start winning. And I always revert. I don't know if you saw that movie Casino, and you remember when they had the Japanese guy there, and the guy came in and cleaned out the casino on with Robert De Niro. He cleaned out the casino, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we're not letting you leave," right? So they got him back to the tables, and they fucking cleaned him back out. Plus, he lost some more of his money. In my mind, all the time, that's the reason why I don't gamble. So I'll play the stock market. Like, I'll put money in the stock market constantly on blue chip stocks and pay dividends. But I do not fuck with casinos at all.
So that example exemplifies a recent trade that I took last week. And if anyone's in the market, they know that the last like 2.5 weeks or so, it's been hell.
Oh yeah,
across the board. S&P's down, Nasdaq down, Russell's down. Pretty much everything is taking a hit. And I was up on this trade. It was actually a biotech trade, and they recently received FDA approval for a artistic drug.
What's the symbol?
Damn, I'm fucking. What's the fucking symbol? I'll think of it. I can't remember right. Oh, it's KMPH. Kemper Pharmacy.
Okay.
And this drug is revolutionary. I mean, and you got a shit ton of institutional investors looking at it, right? And I was up, right? The day after the call or whatever, day after the FDA approval, I was up in the morning. Like, I could have walked away with like a good 200% gain. And I actually, at one point, I was like over 500% gain. I had a short-term call option that expired. And actually, the expiration date is next week. And essentially,
get those calls. It's over for those.
Yeah, but the thing is, I was up like a motherfucker, man. You can't tell me that this stock wasn't going to the moon, bro. Like, I was like, nigga, hell no, I ain't taking shit off. You know what I mean? I literally broke my rule. And I just held it. And I sat there and watched. I sat there and watched an investment that was up over 500% go to fucking nothing, into the negatives, bro. And this is all on the back of, the market just fucking cratering, And I know better. I knew better. And this is what you're talking about, bro. Like, having the will. And I've been in a situation like this before, and I've basically, taken this shit off. But the only reason that I didn't do it in this case is because I allowed outside influence to basically determine what I did personally, which I never fucking do. But I was watching these streams. I was looking at Twitter. I was looking at stock tweets. I was looking at these, Discord boards, and everyone's just talking about it like, yeah, it's going to the moon, blah, 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 blah. And that basically put me in this greed mode. You can't tell me a nigga wasn't finna go out and motherfucking get some more big booty Dominican hoes, man, straight up. And when I tell you, bro, like, but the thing is, there is another catalyst coming up for this stock, because they are taking this new FDA approved drug, and they have a new conference they're going to, and they're going to be presenting it. So, and I think this is occurring at the end of next week. So that does provide me with another opportunity for a run up in the stock. However, just wanted to piggyback on what Cyberlion was talking about in regards to knowing when to fucking cut your wins and cut. You know what I mean? Go ahead, and and also the flip side is knowing when to cut your losses, knowing when just to fucking call it quits. And
Can I ask you a
y'all watched the
question?
BMF documentary before? Have you guys seen that documentary about BMF?
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay, now having this conversation just made me think of something that in that documentary that really stood out about Big Meech and those guys, right? Do you remember the part where they were talking about even after those guys had been sentenced to like 30 or 40 years, that the feds had seized like one of their vehicles, and this was like a year after the cases, everyone been sentenced, and they found like $1 million in a limo?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, do you understand how much cash liquidity these cats had, bro?
Right.
And to the point where the police get an extra $1 million that wasn't even part of the case or anything, that they just found like a year later in this car. These guys all got like 30 years, 25 years. And you ask yourself, like, bro, at what point is enough enough? You're just chasing things to be chasing, and you destroy yourself.
That's the addiction.
Hey,
Go ahead, Errol, you got it.
we definitely gonna let everyone in. Shout out to C Rose for the breakdown. Thank you for the super stick assist for the 999. Appreciate you. And yeah, man, that's a shout out to Cool Gent. What's going on, bro? And again, that's another great point. We let Ed in here, man. Like you said, man, listen, bro. A big thing for them too, bro, was like the fame shit. That's how they got jammed up. These niggas wanted to be rappers. You know what I'm saying? These real certified hood niggas, drug dealers, kingpin ass niggas, bro, that started looking for them. You know what I'm saying? Doing what they was Smack. That's what got them caught up, right? Smack DVD. Was it Smack?
They put up that billboard in Atlanta. That's what the Fed said. It was the billboard that got him. It wasn't even the rap part is what led to the billboard. It was putting that big ass billboard up in Atlanta that the Fed said it was game over at that point.
Yeah,
I'm about to be out here in these Atlanta streets for this All-Star Weekend game. I'm gonna see what these hoes talking about, man. Right quick. Go see what this day party. Go see what this day party hitting on.
You better put a vest on first, nigga.
Yeah, man. I stay strapped though, nigga.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be out there for that All-Star Weekend. COVID is lockdown is over in those places too. It's gonna be on and popping.
Man, Atlanta's still been out here, bro. COVID ain't changed shit in this motherfucker, man.
Oh wow.
It's on Ed though. Go ahead, Ed. It's on you, bro.
That's
Go
what
ahead.
jammed. By the way, just so we don't make it like niggas are the only one to do shit. That's what jammed up the mob at the end too. The old school, the original ones like Lucky Luciano and them, they understood. You know, no attention. But when John Gotti and all them started coming up, they wanted to do that shine, and then that's when it made it easy for the FBI, Giuliani, and they stupid ass to get a hold of their ass, make careers off of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Frank Lucas,
look how Frank Lucas got caught with the chinchilla.
Ed, I don't want to take your time, Ed, but hey, shout out to David Johnson. I was just about to say that all of the kingpins, nigga kingpins, bro, that's how they got jammed. Fuck it, it was Frank Lucas, that's how they got him, and even what was the other nigga? Nicky Barnes. He did that Time magazine cover, and that's what was like, oh nigga, you gonna taunt us, nigga? You gonna challenge us? Oh yeah, that's
now imagine if they had the mentality that brothers in this space are telling brothers to have. We tell brothers in this space, bro, the world is yours. Go, don't think that it's just America. Go everywhere. Enjoy life, because your days on this planet is limited. If those brothers had that mentality, because remember in the movie with Denzel doing Frank Lucas, where he was talking to the Chinese guy, and the guy told him that you got to know when to quit. Do you guys remember that scene? Yeah. Where he was talking to the Chinese dude, and he was telling him, he was like, yo, this war is wrapping up. You made a shitload of money because I've been giving you that pure stuff. He told him, you can have anything, because he was dating the Cuban model, bro. He could have fucking bought the island of Cuba with the money he was getting.
Right. Yeah, sometimes it's better to quit while you're ahead.
Let's talk about some dude that survived, but he's like the Walking Dead. Freeway Ricky Ross, because he out here, but the nigga selling T-shirts. Lucky,
and bundles of hair, and he sells bundles of hair.
Yeah, luckily,
you gotta. I'm sorry, you gotta also remember one of the reasons why it's so difficult to quit is because once you get involved in something like that grows bigger than you, that becomes fucking income for a bunch of other people, and they ain't interested in seeing you quit. Like, Tyson, hold on, just like Mike Tyson and MC Hammer, y'all mentioned him a little while ago. As far as I'm concerned, MC Hammer was a one-hit wonder. Now, he was doing lots of tours and everything.
Hey, man, stop. Hey, we on Hammer slander around here, motherfucker.
Hey, nigga, hell no.
Nigga,
One hit wonder my ass, nigga. Come on,
that
nigga had hits.
I'm just going. How many songs did MC Hammer have besides "Stop Hammer Time"?
That's okay. You know, that could be another thing.
Bumps in the bumps. It's all good.
Y'all stop cutting off. Let Edward get his time.
Go ahead, Ed. Go ahead, Ed.
At the end of the day, MC Hammer sold records. It don't matter if it's one hit wonder or two hit. That can't be taken away from him. So, but my thing is, to the better point, I'm not letting dudes out with that, because if dudes actually, this ain't no situation where you got people like over you saying you can't leave.
Yes, there are. That's the whole point. Yes,
if again, let me finish. If you're at the top and you slide out, there's always going to be somebody that's going to want to take that spot. So if you retire out, they not because first of all, these dudes, those are systems anyway. So I'm not gonna say that that's like the major reason as to why these dudes didn't leave. No, the reason why these dudes didn't leave was because they fell into what I call the Highlander syndrome. They basically wanted shit that didn't matter. The pussy, the attention, they got addicted to that. And see, the thing that people don't understand is they didn't have, this is where the hood, the nigger rich shit comes from. When you think in wealth, that's not the type of thing you're thinking about. You're thinking more long term. And a lot of them didn't make that switch. And a lot of people we not talking about that were able to make that switch didn't wind up like that. Because think about it. Like, let's look at like some white folks that did dirt. The Bushes. And we know they're white, so they get skated on. I get that. But they get it easier. But the point is, the Bush family, they all knew when to stop doing that shit before they got on somebody's radar that can make a career off of them.
Right.
Well, you know, and it's not
they never stopped their dirt.
And by the way, the Kennedys are Irish, so make no mistake, it wasn't like the Irish people back in that time didn't get the white person pass.
Hold on, no. There's a massive difference between a criminal enterprise and a politically connected family, bro. You can't make that.
They weren't. No. Back then, they were not.
I know they were bootleggers, but the thing is,
they were not politically connected.
Yeah, but you also have to remember,
if you look the Bush family and what they did with the Carlisle group, they were still doing shady shit, bro, to this day.
I get it. You're right. But my point is, back then they weren't. Like when it was the original one that was doing the bootlegging, he was not politically connected. Same thing with the original Kennedy that did his dirt. They were not politically connected. Sure, all these motherfuckers that got money be doing something. You know, even if it's paper bullshit with the tax. So I give you that. But back then they weren't. So they had to get to a point where they reinforce it. Again, I know they're white, so they get a little bit more chances. But my point is, a lot of the pussy shit, that's the biggest difference. Dudes be wanting all the bitches to be wanting them and know who they are. And that's a lot of times to fuck people up.
Somebody mentioned the mafia a little while ago. First of all, the RICO laws came out in the 1970s, and the RICO laws is what allowed you to take down a bunch of people attached to one or two people because it became a criminal organization. When you slap those RICO laws on them, that's what allowed Giuliani to go after the entire mafia based solely on acquaintance. That's number one. Number two, I was going to say,
that was the mechanism they used.
Yeah, that's the mechanism they used.
But they didn't even know who the mafia was like that.
Hold on. The only thing normally that ends up getting most of these guys is tax evasion. And just like this guy, McAfee, he was already in trouble multiple times before for tax evasion, and they'd been going after him for like
tax evasion was handled with money laundering.
Yes, I understand that, and they ultimately got him with this cryptocurrency bullshit pump and dump scheme. Where's Ramil at? Pump and dump. But anyway, as I was saying, the thing that you got to ultimately remember is when you start a business like this, there are people who tell you you can't leave. For example, Frank Lucas was bringing in his drugs from Vietnam, but ultimately it was the mafia he was working with, and they were using him to sell those drugs within Harlem, the black community. So it wasn't just Frank Lucas, it was Bumpy Johnson, and I don't know if you know anything about New York, but there was another guy named Fat Cat. And I knew a little bit more about Fat Cat because he was more through my time. But you got to understand, once you start employing people and they're starting to make $1,000 a day, because Frank Lucas was making like $10 million a fucking day. Once you start employing people, it ain't as easy as just leaving.
So you saying that shit stops if he just left?
If Frank Lucas had left, who else do you think would have had the discipline to come in there to do what he was doing the way he was doing it? Because look, Frank Lucas.
Okay, and that's why I just want to make this very clear.
One second. Frank Lucas was working alongside Nicky Barnes.
I get your point.
And Nicky Barnes tried to take that shit over, and Nicky Barnes ended up flipping on.
I get your point. Your point is you're saying the majority of the reason why they didn't leave is because they couldn't. I just want to make the record clear. It's although I'll give that as a factor, I don't give that as the majority factor.
No, dude, that's the whole point of organized crime. It's just like the mafia.
It's not organized if it depends on one person.
But it wasn't just one person. Once you have set up a network of people and those people are working under you and they're moving the product.
I get that because this is going into like a sand trap. You're saying that basically you're saying that all these guys, they couldn't leave. I'm saying I disagree with that. I'm saying that is a factor, but that is not the majority factor.
Even as a drug laundering operation that they were doing, and they were doing overseas international drug, nobody else had that kind of discipline.
I get it. You're making. I mean, I hear you. You're making the same point.
No, you was making a whole other fucking point, and then we got off into the weeds, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I get the point. You're saying they couldn't leave. I'm saying the attention was the majority thing. I disagree with that. I say a lot of these guys could have left. They didn't. They chose not to. I'm not gonna say that motherfuckers would have made it like, oh, they would have had a going away party.
Let me say this.
There was systems they could have set up to go.
Hey, yeah, real quick, man. Shout out to Computer Geek. Appreciate you, bro, for the $20. Hey, man, let's not turn this into this is a very, very important conversation we have. And so let's not sidetracking and get into the nigga shit on this.
I'm not even saying he's wrong. I'm just doing the agree to disagree thing. I'm not.
I think what Ed is saying is they were enamored. I think Ed is saying they was more enamored. They were more enamored with the money. I believe
and hold on, and even if you take it out of the criminal stuff, because like everybody ain't supposed to be going into criminal stuff. So let's talk about stuff like sports and shit.
Fine,
where like all of that.
But even if you talk about sports,
so he wants to be right. Okay.
The money that you're making today, as we already know, that money is losing value over time. So yeah, let's say you're a big basketball player right now, and you decide to buy whatever you're gonna buy. You're gonna buy $1 million mansion, or you're gonna buy a Bugatti or some shit. Well, guess what? 10 years down the road, all of your shit is obsolete, and now you need something else. There's a reason you can't stop. It's because new shit keeps coming out.
All right, so you're just gonna keep on making excuses for these niggas. I see
that. I'm not making any excuses for anybody. I'm saying there is a logical reason why people find that enough is not enough.
Both of you guys are actually right. I think it's both. I think it's due to the pressure of people around, and then like my father always said, some people get caught up with the chase of the money. They're not even worried about the money. They just like the chase.
Hold on. Let David finish what he's saying before you overtalk him.
No. I was just it's on Ed. I was just saying that.
Head back in those Dominican titties.
The king of over talking, nigga. What the
there's a lot like
Dominican
oh
titties.
My god,
it's
man!
On you, Ed. You got it, Ed. It's on you, Ed.
Go ahead.
I mean, y'all. There's a logical reason why dudes do crack. There's not a that don't mean it still ain't stupid. Like, so I hear what y'all are saying. Anyway, my original point is this. Like, I even want to come up before we get all on that is this. I got 3 words. They all start with a P. Passion, profit, purpose. You know, a lot of the original title when it comes to Big Sean is a lot of folks think all that attention, glitz, glamour, that's going to feed your soul. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, whatever. If these folks are not feeding their souls, doing what they're really passionate, it's not even just passion. Because they could be passionate about the music, but they're not doing anything that kind of feeds their soul, aka via purpose. So what happens is these people start withering inside because they start looking for that in people or in what they're doing in other things and not really looking at that because they're told that if they have the money, have all this stuff, that matters. And for a lot of people, depending on where you come from, you can appreciate that more. But for certain people, it's like that's not enough, and then they get into this trap where they literally don't know what else to do. And that's when a lot of times that depression kicks in out of nowhere, when these people look like they perceive, they look like they have everything. So always come back to passion, profits, purpose. What makes you money? What feeds your soul, aka purpose? And what do you want to do? If you can balance that out and get that, then usually, in my opinion, you're pretty much set when it comes to happiness. This is one of the reasons why when you look at stuff like even the Black Manosphere, I'm passionate about this, but this is also something that gives me purpose. So if once I get to where I want to get financially, I know what I want to do, but I also know I want to invest in this message of Black men determinism, and ultimately even for the sisters that act like they got some sense too. So I have all that covered as far as a game plan. A lot of these dudes don't. They think if I get to the NBA, that's it. If I do this, that's it. And here's the thing. Even if it doesn't manifest in depression, it'll start to manifest in a lot of negative issues. Like take NBA YoungBoy. He can't stop getting chicks pregnant because he's 21 years old, because the focus is not there. He may be good at music, doing things passion too, but he's looking for that in a lot of other stuff. And nobody never tells us these things, because this is wisdom that a lot of our the older generations don't always have. That they just sweep it under the rug. So that's kind of the main thing I want to add to it.
Well, let me say this too, right quick. Let me say this coming back. One thing I love about Mr. Fantastic, because people tend to like things they see in things they see in other people that's in themselves. And one thing I like about Mr. Fantastic, I share this with him, is we refuse to lose. And I wanted to just take it back right quick, and I give it right back to that rock in the water. And I wanted to just say, I wanted to give a different angle. Also, too, I learned this from my own situation. When you're strong, and don't get it wrong, like, of course, I know Mr. Fantastic doesn't have to tell me he's going through issues in life. We all go through them. That's life. But what I've noticed is for brothers like he and I, who we can go through issues, but we know how to be able to, we know how to put them in the proper perspective where they don't get us down, where we can come out with a smile on our face, even though we're going through all kinds of turmoil. And what I've learned is it's psychological too, because it goes back to a lot of people. It's psychological. People, when they see you like that, they want to break you. It becomes a mission for people to break you, because at some point in time, they need you to have some type of weakness, because to them, they're like, nobody can be that strong. And it's really because they don't see themselves as that strong. So they need to break you to prove, oh, you just like me, so they can feel comfortable. So you'll get people who will set out campaigns when they see you're always laughing, you're always in a good mood, you always have money, life looks like it's good for it, looks like it's great for you. You have a lot of people
them that they suck.
Exactly. And so then their mission becomes to bring you down. And it's not even personal. Don't take it personal. It's personal with them. They need to know that you're human just like them. So they set out to break.
Hey, David Johnson, I had a whole ass nigga say that, man. Nigga, you're tired of seeing you win, man. You got to take an L. You got to take an L eventually. You know what I mean?
Listen, what kind of man says that? What kind of confident man says that? I would never let no shit like that come out my mouth.
Crab in the barrel. It's all of that. And see, I'm not trying to tell nobody to like dim down their own brightness. That's a decision. Me, I don't need the notoriety. I personally don't need it. So I'm the type of person, I can see a celebrity, I can have a great experience, and then that's something I clock in for me. But at the same time, I know certain people are not like that. I'm not gonna be telling other people to lower their own brightness because of the bitch assness of other motherfuckers. I mean, it's amazing. Hold on, Sigma. It's amazing to me how I've always been fascinated with. And keep in mind, I'm a short dude. I've always been fascinated with how much it bothers people. Like, it really bothers people to see certain people win. And it's like, if anything, I take that as a challenge to see, okay, this dude is showing it's possible. Let me see if I can rise to that level. Because at least but some dudes, it's like they cannot sleep well. Unless they take another dude out, and it's always been amazing to me.
Your daddy and your mama gotta be pure pieces of shit if they raised a son to adulthood, and he would say to another black man in an era when black men gotta grind as harder than ever to make $1, tell him, hey man, you need to take an L. I'm tired of seeing you winning. Like, can
Right.
you imagine? Like, who is your
That's
mama and
mental
your father,
sickness.
dude?
Well, black men
man.
are not supposed to, but black men are not supposed to win. That's the
Hey,
thing.
Sigma,
That's some crazy. I ain't never heard no shit like that.
Sigma, hey, man, listen to Black YouTube, man. Again, Sigma, again, bro.
He told you was taking too many W's and you need to take
Yeah,
Hey,
he said that.
hey, this nigga, nigga actually said that in real time, bro. I ain't got 10K subs. I ain't got a 50K subs. A nigga ain't even hit 5K subs yet,
Right.
man. I'm taking too many.
Imagine if when you get to
Fantastic high this sub count to
when
avoid
you
the
get to
hate.
50K subs, they gonna put out a motherfucking hit on you.
Hey, that's why I let niggas know. Hey, I'm a pussy nigga. I'm a whole nigga. I'm a scared nigga. I'm always scared for my life.
You know, Tarina C be doing that too. Tarina C be like, I ain't no leader. I ain't no leader because motherfuckers be wanting to like, you know, and see, look, they
Edward,
you know, that's the funny thing about that's the funny thing I like about
Edward, do you have a YouTube? Or
Yeah, I got a
you do your Manosphere stuff? What's the name of your YouTube?
Long Capacity. That's the name of his.
No, I was talking. I mean, Edward.
yeah, it's Edward Anderson. Yeah,
Hurricane Edward, nigga. I'm saying, like, with this level of hate for black men, bro. Like, I'm honest. Like,
because a lot of the smoke be for black men. Like, if it's a white man or anybody else,
That's it.
And I'm gonna keep it real. I hate to bring the women in this, but it's a lot of dudes that they are so programmed. If they see a woman win, they get into all the hashtags, melanin there and all that. They'll gas these chicks up. But when it comes to dudes, they'll just switch up all the jealousy. Right. And here's the thing. It ain't just the loser ass motherfuckers. I'm not gonna mention names. But
it's a lot of black men.
It's some dudes that got north of. I'm not talking about O'Shea or Amy or any of them, but it's some. I'm not talking about nobody in the sphere, but it's certain dudes that got north of 100,000 subscribers that it bothers them so much that certain people are like blowing up. And here's what's funny. This is the thing I want y'all to understand. It bothers them that they start getting stupid. Tactically, it makes more sense for them to work with these people. If for anything else, they align pretty much in the same stuff, but because it's that nigga, the hate is so deep where they start burning bridges. I've seen dudes say, literally, if you do, this motherfucker ain't shit, and if y'all disagree with me, I'm automatically banning you. One of these dudes is raised $250,000 out of YouTube, more than a quarter. And that probably narrows it down, and it bothers them. And I even that's one thing I like about Kevin Samuels. It really, you can sit back and look at how certain people just it bothers them to their soul, man. David Carroll said it. Sucking all the bitch oxygen out of the room makes these niggas, the hate comes out, and it's funny.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, man. Like, a lot I've seen in this space, I've seen men go harder at other black men than any other supposedly enemy of black men. I've actually seen less hate in this, even in this space, from white dudes than I have, and they say that the white man is the enemy. But
they'll have more smoke for black men than they'll have their own Zimmerman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they'll have more smoke for you than any of these white guys that killed someone, or any of these white guys that are openly hating you. They'll have more smoke for the quote unquote manosphere than they will ghetto gaggers, right? So ghetto gaggers is sitting over there doing racial porn and all kind of like BDSM race-based stuff, but them motherfuckers is flying scot-free right now. But you got a few guys in this space, and I'm talking about dudes with 1,000 subscribers, 5,000, not even 10, and they getting hated on. Like, yo, he said that black man is over there speaking freely. We got to take him out. That black man's over there speaking with logic. We got to take him out.
I've never heard of ghetto gaggers until just now.
Yeah, get out of here, Big Trump. You never heard of that, Big Trump?
Look this shit up right now.
Yeah,
they've been around a long time too.
What I'm talking about too, and it's crazy.
Black men should get. It should be some kind of disorder. It has to be a term for the shit outside of just misandry, because the level of hatred that black men get for just not being like
Sigma. Let me tell you the special type of hate. Let's say, like, fantastic. Let's say, it's been a weight, like, you lift weights, so I know you can identify with this. It's because it took me a long. Well, I ain't gonna tell my shit, but let's say it's like 300 pounds, whatever, and you finally get that shit. You know, whatever it is that you trying to get, like as far as bench press, whatever. You get that shit. You be like, yes, I got it, and then you take this time to post something, and you start hating on another nigga. I've seen dudes hate on people for getting on World Star. Then they get on World Star, and then they take the time that they accomplished getting on World Star to post about, I got on World Star, by the way, fuck that other motherfucker. I'm like, so when you win W's and then you take that time to take the oxygen out of your own win to hate on somebody else, I'm like, yo, that is some amazing
That's a
shit.
mental sickness. That's a mental sickness.
And it's like, is your ego, and look, people can have egos, but it's like,
I told y'all,
God,
man. That's what I'm trying. Ed, I told y'all, man. These niggas are more hoes than these hoes. At least the hoes got excuses. I keep telling y'all that, man. Again, this is just me. And again, I understand about the sacredness of the space and all this other shit and whatnot, what have you. A woman is not the leader of the manosphere. A woman will never be a leader of the manosphere. Yep. I don't none of that shit. Okay. And again, these gaslighting, hating ass, leech and cockroach ass motherfuckers be the people putting this shit out there like it's even a possibility, right? To just keep shit going. So this, like you said, man, this is how I look at this shit, man. It's more whole ass dudes out here doing the whole shit and the bitch shit than the women are, and it's expected from the women because they women. You know, women like they need some type of drama. They need some type of motherfucking bullshit going on. But
that's okay though, Mr. See, that's what I don't understand. Like, okay, you got a lot of these haters that hate our conversations. I don't care what term you guys use, but just the fact that we're having this conversation about Big Sean, black men.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get turned into something. Yeah, it's gonna get turned into something negative somehow, some way. Yeah.
So we're having this conversation, and what I'm saying is that it bothers people that we're just having this conversation. They're bothered by
us congregating. Remember, they always say when black men would congregate, somebody's always nervous because they're like because they know at the end of the day, if we ever truly congregate, we stand a big chance of taking over. So their whole thing is to always keep us apart.
But that's like a different element. But no, but that's absolutely true. But you know who about to start getting hated on already? Because I definitely want to kind of throw some stuff in this topic. Kanye West. You know, it's motherfuckers. They have hated the fact that Kanye was able to get Kim Kardashian. Look, man, some niggas go do the most with her for in my opinion, but whatever. It is what it is. You got motherfuckers that they about to start. They've been smiling at Kanye. They about to start putting shit in their album. Drake, you know, they gonna be like, yeah, cause fuck that nigga. You know, it don't matter if she 40, and it's just the competitiveness. It's shit. It's amazing to me, man.
Well, they were always saying no Kanye West, though. I'm trying to figure out when is it that he didn't get a lot of hate because of his personality type. It is going to be interesting.
That's another thing. Dudes like Kanye's personality type is not supposed to win in the black community too, and I think people kind of let it go because it's like. I don't know. I'm not saying Kanye has. I ain't gonna act like dudes have just took him like completely hated on him, and some stuff Kanye do is dumb too. But you know, it's amazing, man. That's all I got.
Well, it's kind of similar to the Big Sean thing because we were trying to make that connection. Like, so Big Sean was a nerdy square back in high school, you know, honor roll student, and he had musical talent. Kanye West was very similar, mama's boy, nerdy dude. And he kind of had to, you know, change his personality and his persona in the rap game more than it was probably.
I mean, shit, Michael B. Jordan too. Michael B. Jordan wasn't always Michael B. Jordan. People forget
I heard him talking about that.
He was all the way back in Hardball. People forget that with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, they were. He actually was interviewed and he talked about that, how like Fame when he did the movie Creed, the first one, and he talked about how he had been out in L.A. for a long time, and he said it was amazing. That when Creed popped off, like he went to the club and he was like just all these motherfuckers that's been shitting on him for years because he was doing little parts like you said at work.
Because he did Friday Night Lights for the law. That's really probably how they found him.
You know what was crazy though? His Fruitville Station is what pretty much broke him into all these great roles.
Yeah, into movies.
Yeah, he got no recognition for that. It was like you know, real underground, I guess to speak. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. And then, like you said, Creed, and then you follow that directly up with fucking Killmonger and Black Panther. Now this dude went from that. So just imagine while it's on fucking The Wire, to Fruitville Station to Creed, Killmonger to this dude is which magazine is it GQ or whatever it is?
It's whatever one talking about he the most sexiest alive and all of that.
It's okay. Most attractive man alive. And again, bro, that's why I tell y'all, man. Listen, he said this. Shout out to King Sigma, bro. This is why you don't worry, bro. You don't want to peak early. You don't give a fuck about peaking early. Okay, this is why a man starts reaching his highest potential on the back end. Men are built for that. Men improve as they get fucking older. You get more muscle mass. You get more maturity. You get more wisdom. You get more experience. And men become logical individuals. You know what I'm saying? You put all that shit together to make even better decisions, to expound upon, you know what I'm saying, yourself and your success and all these different things. So that's why I'm definitely going to be hitting up next week, man. I'm telling y'all, bro, make sure y'all pull up on me next week, bro. Hey, we doing heavy hit shit, this feminism shit, and the whole late bloomer thing, man. This is going to be huge next week, man. So make sure y'all pull up on me.
Yeah.
But we got my man Jason Johnson in the building. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man. It's hard. I'm not saying that I want to kill myself, but it is hard to live every day. You know, because we live in a cold, fucked up world that doesn't care about black men. You know.
So I got a question, Jason.
Listen, bro, it's all about perspective, man. Like, dead ass, though. I done been in that scenario where you had that mind frame, bro. That mind frame is toxic as fuck, and it's not going to help you out in the long run, bro. Get rid of that shit. Fucking treat that shit like AIDS, bro. Anytime you sitting there talking about, whoa, it's me, the world is XYZ, nigga, fuck that, bro.
But hold on,
I understand that. Go ahead and express yourself, brother. Go ahead and express yourself. I mean,
there are no medical professionals on this platform. The first thing,
I'm not a medical professional whatsoever.
There are no medical professionals on this panel, and if you are having suicidal thoughts, brother, real shit, the first thing you need to do is call and talk to a medical professional before people start giving their opinions to this, brother.
Yeah, brother.
We don't know where he is right now. We just had a YouTuber kill himself.
Listen,
so
I already been there.
Bro, I'm on that, bro. I'm not
Everybody fall back. Everybody fall back.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Let me do this. All right, bro. This is me and you, man. What's up with you, man?
Yeah, well, yeah. You know, I found this space through my cousin. My cousin, he died last year in the summer through with this pandemic going on, and you know, when I found it, when my cousin pointed me in this direction, he said, he pointed me over here because he said, I know a lot of men that think just like you, and it's like, you know, they're not on a mass media scale. And he said, like, you know, I'll introduce you to the Black Manosphere. And then this is when it was a old brother. His name was Brother Logic. He used to be in the Manosphere. And then he introduced me to Tony Sotomayor and stuff. And then when I came over here, I started to feel some type of peace. And then, you know, but it was, I'm telling you, I don't want to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I've been wanting to be dead since I was a kid. I never wanted to be here. I never wanted to live.
All right, hold on.
I asked my mother.
Real quick. So hold on, brother. If you are saying that you still currently feel that way, by all means, man, listen to what I'm telling you. And I'm being, you know what I mean, as understanding, as compassionate as possible. All right. Okay. Call the hotline, man. You know what I mean? And talk to somebody if you haven't already. Even if you have.
I tried. Listen, I've tried for every inch of counseling that I could. You know, I just have so much going on. Had seen so much in my life to the point where it's like, you know, I'm not gonna kill myself. Of course, I'm not gonna do that. But like, say if like a cop pulled me over and shot me for no reason, I wouldn't care.
Well,
if I got killed by somebody on the street, I wouldn't care.
Let me say this, brother. Let me say this. And again, this is just my opinion. This isn't any type of professional help or whatnot, what have you, man. Listen, man. What makes you happy?
Really don't know what makes me happy. People,
Have you tried to find it?
I mean, if people just left me alone and everybody just stopped asking me for help and leave me alone and just, because I've been helping everybody else but myself. And I never.
That's exactly what happened to Big Sean. So that's what I'm saying. So you're spreading yourself thin. So again, this is what I'm gonna ask you again. So one of the things that would help you is learning to say no.
And I just, it's so hard to not say no. Sometimes I find myself helping friends, family, people that.
What I'm telling you, you got to start being selfish for you, brother. Again,
and then listen, Fantastic. Let me tell you, I've gotten money. I've gotten 30. I gave my mother $20,000, right? And to this day, you think my mother would loan me money, but she would never give me anything. That hurts me a lot. Then I look at my brother, I got a twin brother that looks just like me. And every time I turn around, he gets into a jam, he has problems. I have none of these problems that he has, but he finds himself to throw these problems at me. Then I try to tell him that I don't care about money. As long as I'm living and I'm living good and I'm living on my own and I'm supporting myself financially and I'm not having financial problems, I'm good. But that's not enough. Every time I turn around, he's calling me about his problems and shit. And I'm like, damn, it gets to a point where everybody just relies on you, and it makes you don't want to be a part of this world. It's like,
well, again, man. Listen, man. This is what I'm saying, brother. And again, bro, if you need the help, man, by all means, bro. From you got my shit. I'm gonna hit you up too because I saw you hit me up with the joint. So I am go call you. But most importantly, man, look, you gotta do what's best for you because all those people that's dependent upon you, right? They're still finding a way to function when you're not the only source. And you can't make yourself everybody's source, man. Again, I've been in your shoes. My mom had a stroke, and I was a person that had to figure out what everybody's gonna do and all this other because I'm the oldest, right? So, just my advice to you, not any type of professional or medical thing, man, is take some time off to yourself, bro. Again, even if you got to block these people, even your moms, all right, you hear me? Even your moms, your brothers, whoever.
I have stopped talking to a lot of people, but for me,
but
it's the caring. It's the
this is what I'm
caring
trying to
part.
tell you. Hear me out. Don't cut yourself off and isolate yourself to where you're just by yourself. All right, you definitely don't need that.
And that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah,
like now, when I go home, it's just me. When I go home, it's just me. Nobody else.
Well, this is what we saying. This is what I'm telling you. So this is what I'm saying. Go out more. Don't end up being by yourself because where are you at?
Well, I'm in Pennsylvania. My son was living with me. I'm gonna be honest. I was really fine when my son was down here with me. And then my ex-wife, she coached my son to come back home for some piece of shit income tax and stimulus money. So she convinced him to want to live with her, and he's 15 years old. So I didn't want to, go back and forth with my son, even though it was the best place for him to live with me because I make more than her, and I can give this boy and teach him how to be a man because my son was working with me when he was down here, but he was working with me. I don't want to say he was working for him, but I was teaching him how to work for himself. And and so what she does, she brainwashes my son when I send him to her for the vacation, summer vacation. He tells me he wants to live with his mother. And then that made me even more, that was like the only piece of company I had left. And then she took that from me.
I feel you. So is he not visiting you at all?
No, he doesn't come see me. He calls me, and now I had to cut him off because he keeps calling me for money and stuff. And it's like, damn,
Well, this is what I'm telling you, man. Again, I personally went through this. Okay, so again, you gotta fucking let your son know. And I had this conversation with my oldest son and daughter. Like, look, bro, I'm not your ATM. I'm your dad. All right, and I'm not gonna be on some. You called. Only time you want to call and talk to me is if and when you want something. I'm your dad. I provided for you. I love you. I care about you. All these different things. And you need to make it as to where he needs to come see you, man, because that's you. You're going through a parenting issue, and I've been through that too. So I mean, you have very, very similar situations. And again, this isn't,
And I'm 37. I'm the same age as you.
Oh yeah. So again, man. So like I said, bro, this is what I can say, man. I got your number. So what I'll do, man, we don't really need to hash this out online any further. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'll definitely hit you up.
And then my daughter, and then Fantastic. Let me tell you.
Hey, hold on. Hear me out. What I say? We don't need to talk about this no more online, man. We're gonna talk about this offline. Me and you. Make sure we chop it up, man, and we'll go from there. All right. So just I got your joint, and I'll hit you up, and we'll go from there.
Okay, Fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
No problem. No problem, bro. Most definitely. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah. So ultimately, man, listen, bro. That's another big part of it too. I've been through that. Your kids, and stuff, bro. You gotta love yourself enough still for your kids too, bro. Even the I'm telling you, I know it's crazy, but shit, man. Go ahead. Somebody was saying something.
I like to say, Zeton, y'all had it right in real time. Y'all saw our brother call in. Y'all saw Mr. Fantastic step up to help that brother. And we don't see a lot of that going on. And one thing you told him was one of the best things I always tell people is what you said. Don't isolate yourself. One thing I've learned is you don't want to feel like you're alone. You're not alone. All us brothers are on here for you. That's why I said the Manosphere is therapy for Black men. We're here. And if nothing else, you can come here to talk to some other brothers who may be going through some of the same issues. So never think you're alone. You're not.
Yeah, man, most definitely. And that's the most important part, man. If you brothers need to holler at me or whatnot, what have you, bro, hit me up. I would definitely motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, take the time out to chop it up and shit with you, man. Just let me know. Like I said, whatever we talk about, bro, that shit is I ain't heard shit, nigga. My name Bennett ain't in it. Whatever the fuck we talk about, that shit, I'm taking it to the grave. I expect it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I just want to chime in right quick, bro. I meant no harm in saying what I was saying, bro, at all. You know what I mean? That's for real. But and I totally understand, like, professional help is needed at times, man. You know what I mean? For real. But you know, the only thing I was saying to the brother is to basically, I know it sounds like some fucking pull your bootstrap up from all that fuck shit, but at times, yeah, that shit don't work. I know. I speak from experience. But the thing is, you have to cultivate, just like a muscle. You have to exercise the ability to change your perspective. Because if you change your perspective on the situation and realize that this is a moment in time that will pass, then that gives you that ray of hope that you can latch onto and bring yourself out of that darkness. That's all I was saying, bro.
Well, you know what's interesting is that people are learning more and more that it's actually men that they take it the hardest when they get divorced, when they're separated from their children, when they lose a job or something traumatic happens. Is actually men that take it the hardest because, you know, they don't have on average as many outlets for these kind of things. So it just builds up. And that's why when they have something traumatic, like the brother was saying that, you know, he's not able to see his kid right now. And for a lot of people, that becomes that one thing that gives them a identity. Because identity is very important to men.
Right.
You know, men put a lot of weight on their identity, like specifically their job. That's why when a man loses his job, the average man takes that shit really hard because job is connected to stability, is connected to your identity and your security. And those are the things that men are usually measured by. So, you know, I'm glad that Mr. Fantastic, you know, gave the man the information to contact the suicide hotline, and he talked to him and listened to him as well, because he needs to be heard. But again, he's just one of probably millions of brothers that's out there suffering right now. And that's why they want to get rid of this space. That's why they don't want us here. They don't want us here helping black men to see something different. That's why they want to get rid of us.
Right.
Hey man, and with that being
Absolutely
said,
true,
man,
bro. If we not killing each other, if we not motherfucking doing some self-deprecating shit out there, bro, they don't want us doing anything outside of that, right, nigga? Straight up, bro. You absolutely 110% correct, dog. Like niggas with brains and the ability to use them, that's public enemy numero uno.
Facts.
yeah, man. And hey, with that being said, bro, we're gonna close it on that note. I got a little premiere I got coming up for y'all, man. It's this is one of the great ways that I keep my stress level down, my nigga. Hit that gym, baby. That's one of the many things. Not only does it help you out with the stress, it literally helps you out improve as a man. You know what I mean? Hey, man, if you're strong, baby, you gotta have a strong mind and strong body. Strong with a K, my nigga. So get y'all come over here to the my little premiere real quick, man, because the nigga saying I'm fat. I mean, if I'm fat, nigga, I don't know what motherfucking fit is. I'm just saying, if I'm fat, I don't know what fit is. So if y'all just hit this up for me real quick, man. Shout out to Rebel Zoe again in the building, my man. Rebel Zoe, we pounding that pavement. Hey, shout out to all you running niggas. I don't know how you do it, but I just set it up as a premiere, so it should be pulling up now. So I should say 179 of you niggas over here. God damn it! You see this link? Click it. 179 of you motherfuckers better be there right
over there
now. Holla, I'm out.
Deuces.